Hey everyone. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to push my time back. I had so much to do today. I'm not going to be up here too long. I got some more things to do. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Let me just log into my other. Let me see here. Give me 1 minute. Y'all, people. Let me turn my other device down just a little bit. How's everyone doing this afternoon? Y'all, I had so much to do this morning. I was running with my head cut off, child. Oh, Lord. Mm, okay. How's everyone? Hope everyone is having a good day. Oh, whew. All right. Let's see here. Let's see who we got in the building. Wait, let me make sure my computer ain't gonna die, y'all. Because y'all know how I do. My shit never get charged. Sorry, y'all, but I never charge my computer. Never, never, never. Hey, everyone. That Chad, that damn Carlos still acting like a narcissist, having people to say that case is closed. Lord have mercy, Carlos. What is going on with you, boy? What is going on with you, Carlos? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I'm good, baby. I'm good. I'm good. I had so much to do this morning. I had a lot of business to take care of this morning, and I wasn't done. So I got to do some stuff on my laptop when I get off because I didn't finish it all. So I had to set it for 12:30. Um, yes, Carlos keeps saying the case is closed, child. He just all over the place. I guess you're getting if the case is closed, won't he just get, his friends to just, you know, bring the paperwork out? Because when the case is closed, I'm quite sure they're going to give them something stating the case is closed. So, just give them something so they can come out here with it, you know, to say the case is closed. That's it, and that's all. Um, well, maybe in his head, he wants it to be closed. Yeah, I think that's what it is too. I think that's what it is, Sonny. In his head, you ain't never lied about that one. Cause I said, damn. I told you I don't believe nothing until um good morning, Roy D in chat. Good morning. Why don't Carlos bring out the paperwork? Right. If the case is closed, just bring out the paperwork and just show the paperwork. Just say the case is closed. That's it. That ain't hard to do. Or he can go on his Facebook and just go live and say the case is closed. He can just bring it out, show it, or post it, and what I'm saying, put the police department up there. He ain't got to put all the information. He can back some stuff out if he wanted it out, and just show that it is closed. That's it. But do I believe it's closed? No. Dave even said last night the case is open. Oh, okay. All right. Mm. Original Bay, good evening. Yeah, I believe it's still open too. I don't believe it's closed. Like I said, if I don't hear it from the family, then I won't believe it. Only person saying that is Nappy Head. Yeah. A lot of time people put stuff. A lot of time people use stuff for clickbait too, so people can come into the live because they know people want to hear certain stuff. You know. Hell, I ain't doing nothing for clickbait. If people want to join my live, they join it. If they don't, they don't. That's one thing about me. I'm just gonna be real. I have had down to 30, 40 people in my chat before. You know, after I finish covering the story. It is what it is. Who join, they join. Who don't, they don't. Who want to continue support, they will. Allegedly the cousin was on the crime scene and moved the truck so it's not close. We have to get his cousin's statement. Who is the cousin? Good morning, Miss D. Good morning, Miss Lynn. How are you? Hey, Roy D. Okay, you in the bushes? Okay, you at work? Okay, got you, girl. Um, I'm trying to see who Barbara's. Barbara, who? Oh, I just made it home from the. I'm pretty sure the case is not closed. Okay, I kind of figured the case wasn't closed. I kind of just figured that. I'm like, why did he just don't show some paperwork of his clothes? God damn, like what's going on? Like this shit is crazy. But sometimes, like I said, y'all, thank you, Upper. Like I said, sometimes people they do stuff for clicks and views. That's what they do. Hey, AC, what's going on, my love? Hey, Open Book. Yeah, sometimes people just do stuff. Yes, exactly. They want people to start saying that it's closed. Yeah. And people do things for clicks and views. They put different stuff in their titles because they know people gonna run for it. People gonna run over there because a lot of people is nosy. You feel me? But I'm not nosy and I don't really care. I don't, like I said, I don't do stuff for clicks and views. I put what my title gonna be about and that's it. If you come in and listen, you come in and listen. This. Hey Libra, what's going on, my love? How you doing today? And thank you for that information, Upper. Hey, Miss Smith. Miss D, Mars, ladies in the chat. I'm in the bushes working. Okay, my love. Have a good day at work. Open Book, did you go live this morning? Or is I'm bugging? Because when I woke up, I watched a replay of your live. I watched that replay around like 6:30 when I was getting dressed to leave. Did you go live earlier than that or something? Or maybe I don't know. Because I watched it. Oh, you did? Okay. I thought I was bugging. I'm like, damn, the open book. Girl, I was asleep that time then. Because I got up and I watched your replay. Okay. All right. I thought I was going crazy for a minute. All right. She went live way too early. Yeah, I didn't even know, but I did watch the replay though. I know Open Book was training this morning. Yeah, yeah. Yep, Open did. I caught it at 5. It was storming here. I went back to sleep. Oh, okay. Yeah, I caught the replay this morning too. I'm like, wait a minute, the Open Book go live, but this is a video. But then when I listened to it more, I seen her reading the comments. I'm like, no, she must have did an early fucking live this morning. And I must have been asleep or some shit. All right, you did do an early morning live. Okay, got it. I just thought I was going crazy for a minute. I'm like, damn. But I did watch the replay. I did do that. Hello, beautiful queen and blessings. Hi, honey. How are you? Yeah, it was raining here yesterday. It was raining here. It's not too bad here today, thank God. But yesterday it was cold and raining. So we did get some crazy rain yesterday. So, y'all, okay, we know the case ain't closed. Thank you so much, Upper, for coming in and saying that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Honey, because I don't know what's going on with him, child. I watched the replay because I was still asleep. Yeah, I was still asleep too. I was still asleep too. Then I jumped up and like, oh Lord, let me get out of here. I was kind of tired. So we know Carlos. We know he a narcissist. We know he get people to say shit for him and all this type of shit. And Shit, child. I don't think Dave and that boy over there is too cool. I don't think they really like each other like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't think so. Hey, D, justice for Meek. That's right. Hey, baby, how are you today? I thought I was tripping. Yes, me too. I thought I was tripping. I'm like, wait a minute, Open Book did a live? Because I know when I was coming back home, I seen her live. So I'm thinking to myself, like, well, damn, that was a live that I watched this morning? Or was that a damn video? I said, oh, well, I asked her. But I did watch the replay, though. I thought I was tripping too, sis. Yeah. But, I think that Dave and that boy over there, I don't think they really. What Dave say, he only met him one time. He don't know him like that, so you know. Yeah, child, it's a lot, honey. It is a lot. And y'all, let's just touch base on this for 1 second. Now, the kids that beat that family up, their family is getting a whole bunch of backlash. Those kids' family. Oh my God. It is, baby. I don't know how. I don't know, but they are getting a lot of backlash. They're getting a lot of backlash. Roy D. Q and Dave was into it last night. Really? What happened, sis? What happened? They was into it last night? Really? What happened? Hey, Cameron. Girl, tell me what happened. We'll be all over the place with different commentary, okay? But anyway, why she's gonna write that? Because see, I wasn't in that chat last night, so I don't know what happened. But y'all fill me in and tell me what happened. Now, I did see a video today of some people went out to the lady house with 5. Remember, y'all said it's a lady that one of the parents had 5 kids and she was a squatter in one of the projects. Well, baby, some parents went out there this morning and knocked on that door to fight that family. Did y'all see it? Did y'all see it? Just because he want the case closed, Carlos need to understand God got his last day. So in this case, because it wasn't right. That's true. That is so true. Absolutely. Yeah, so some people went out there to find that family, to fight that family this morning, honey. And I said, well, oh Lord have mercy. So to be honest, y'all, about the situation, I don't even think that the kids that was involved that attacked that family, I don't even think they safe at this point. Their kids, the family, none of them is safe at this point. Because people really want to get at them. People really want to get at these people. The case is wide open. The state is going to pick up the case. Mm-hmm. And then I didn't see it. Yeah, I seen it on Facebook. It was on Facebook. They went to that goddamn lady house and knocked on her motherfucking door. They said she was a squatter in one of them projects out there, honey. And one girl was out there. Ooh, them projects big, child. Ooh, child. Ooh, Lord, honey. She said they was out there screaming, wakey, wakey. Wakey, wakey, motherfuckers. I was so weak. I didn't know what to do with myself. I'm like, what in the world is going on here? They really want to fight them people. They was like, wakey, wakey. Yo, I was hollering so goddamn much. I was like, oh my God, I was so weak, girl. Oh shit. I'm like, oh my God. And then some lady got a platform and she went on her platform and dogged out the rapper that's helping the family out. So I watched a little bit of his live because he was live. And she talked down on him and he played her video. He was like, yeah, she looking for clout, but he said, I got you. I'm here to address you. You know, he didn't disrespect her or anything, you know. He showed her picture, you know, and everything. He was like, you're a beautiful queen, but one thing you won't do is play with my name. You know, she was saying like, how he want clout and how he do things and talk about it. And he was explaining like everything I have done for families. I never came on my platform. But a lot of things I did, I never talked about. You know what I'm saying? And he was saying somebody in the chat told him that she worked for CPS. And he said, oh, well, she's a part of the fucking problem. Oh, child, the live was crazy this morning. It was crazy. Well, the boy said that Dave ain't in the game. And that's why the boy, if they said that the nappy head boy said that Dave ain't in the gang. Well, shit, I don't blame Dave. I wouldn't want to be in no gang neither. So, one of the parents, she made a video on her son who was involved and told him, you know, yeah, I seen that video, right? And he spoke on that too. You know, he liked what I think some people like what she did, but they felt like she didn't do enough. Now, I don't know what enough is for them. But one guy said you should have been whipping his ass while you was live. Now, I don't think she should have done that because CPS really would have took her fucking child. Because she can't prove to y'all that she beating the fuck out of her son because of what her son did. But I mean, I would have had my son on live, asking my son questions. When did it start? What made you do this? Who told you do this? Why did you do this? Why did you think this was okay to do this? Why didn't you think about this? Did you think consequences was going to be behind this? It's things that she could have said more than what she did say, because I did watch her. You know what I'm saying? But I think some people wanted her to beat the fuck out of her son while she was on live. I can tell what one guy said. You should have been whipping his ass. No, she can't do that. You know, because she will get her son taken away from her on live, beating the fuck out of her child. That's child abuse. You understand what I'm saying? So, Roy D, who else can be blamed but the grown-ups? Because the grown-ups are the ones who tells the kids right from wrong. Right. So, I mean, I know y'all agree with me on that. She can't. No parent shouldn't have to make the social media feel good by beating the fuck out their child, because that's basically what one guy was practically saying. You should have been whipping his ass while you was on live. No, you know, she already under CPS now because of what her son did. So by her being on live, trying to make everyone feel good and beating her son by what he did, that was not a way of doing it. That's just my opinion. That was not a way of doing it. You know, that's not a way of doing it. Now, like I said, she could have put her son on live. I think instead of talking to him, standing up behind her, she should have had him sitting down, asking him questions. Like I just said, how long this been going on? Why would you do this? Who told you do this? When did this start? How do you know this little boy? You know, asking him certain questions. Do you feel this was right what you did? Do you see what you got the family involved in? Like, there's certain things she could have said to him still as a mother. But sometimes you cannot sit here and do what other people want you to do and be in jail. You know, you still got to think for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because the guy clearly wanted her to beat her son's ass. Now, like I said, do I think she could have said more to him? Yes. Because he looked like he was scared as hell anyway, and you really couldn't see his face because when the mother was talking to him, he was in the back of her. Looked like he was standing by a door or something, like maybe the living room door or the bedroom door or something like that. The family has raised more. Yes, I seen that. And y'all, hold on. I'm glad Open Book said that. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Thanks for bringing that up, Open Book. I appreciate that, baby. Let me see something. Hold on. Okay. Now, the guy that I follow, the rapper from Chicago that I follow, now he did post on his page. It is fake pages going around. And one of those fake pages, y'all, you would not believe they raised it $8,187 off of a fake page. Help this family for safe and peace. That was the fake page. They raised it $8,187 fucking dollars off this family. Okay, off a fake page. And then the next fake page, support a family recovering from violence. That was the next page. They raised it $3,150, y'all, off of this family. That's sad. That is sad. Okay? And I can guarantee you, these two fake pages, it's not going to give this family anything. But this is what they did. And I screenshotted it because I wanted to share it with y'all today. That's a shame. Yes, it is, sis. Now, the mother could report these pages and they would send everybody their money back. I don't know. I don't know if she know this. I don't know if she know how to do it. But she could report these fake pages. They probably took the money and closed it. Yeah, you're right. Oh my God, that's sad. Yes. That's why I was glad Open Book brought that up because I almost forgot. It's sad. It's sad. They raised a good amount of money. Good amount of money. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. They raised a good amount of money off this family. Them bitches ain't worth shit. And that's what I'm going to call them, bitches, because that's what they is. You sit there, you're taking someone else's pain and hurt, and you're making money off of it. You're making money off someone else's pain and hurt. Okay? You're making money off of that. And that was sad. $8,000 some dollars. That's what they raised it. And it's sad because these people are so good-hearted, you know what I'm saying, to help this family out, and they done lost out on their money helping people that are scammers. They helped the scammers because that's what they was. They were scammers. Hey, Brittany. Okay, Brittany. Like that. When I seen that last night, I'm like, what the hell? Like, no, they didn't do this to this family. Let me see what somebody just sent me. Oh, wow. Okay, I see it. Hold on, y'all. Hello?
Hey.
Hey, Auntie.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, and how are you, my love?
I'm doing fine. Listen, I'm trying to turn this TV.
Yeah, turn your TV down. I'm gonna post my Open Book. Can you post my link in the chat for me, please? God don't like ugly. No, he don't. That is so wrong. It did surprise me a one bit. Yeah, because people are so evil now. They're so evil. Like, how could you sit there and make money off this family? You building off this family. Like $8,000 something dollars. Girl,
that is so
listen.
sad.
Auntie, they're gonna take that money, use that money for their own advantage, honey. Oh yeah.
Sad.
And you know what they probably did, like Open Book just said? They probably already done cashed out on that money
Exactly.
before somebody reported it. They probably already
Exactly.
cashed out.
Exactly. And they probably raised it pretty quick too. Pretty
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah, shit, Auntie. This happened Monday, the day Thursday, and one of them got $8,000.
$8,000. That's some money. That's sad. You know, and you were saying about the lady that had her son on, that somebody said she should have whooped him while he was doing the live or whatever.
Yeah.
And CPS might have got hold to her or whatever. You know, it's really sad that CPS pick and choose, because I was looking at YouTube and I saw YouTube where a lady, this was back when Freddie Gray got killed, right? And they was doing a protest, and the lady seen her son, her 50-year-old son there, where she had told him not to go, and they was throwing rocks at the police officer, and she found her son, and she was beating the hell out of him on camera. Do you know that lady was on Gayle King's show, and they were talking about a hero mother and da da da. She was getting praised for that, which I don't blame. I mean, because I would have beat my child too. But just the fact that CPS didn't get a hold to her, but then if this person these parents would have whooped their kids, then they would have got a hold to them. That's really sad. You know, you see what I'm saying?
Right, and see, CPS is already on these parents due to the situation of the family getting attacked. So that would not have been a good idea for her to make the internet happy in what they wanted by beating the hell out of her son. But like I said, I think she should have set him down next to her and talked to him instead of standing up behind her, talking to him. Yes.
And the same with that little girl that was wiping her eyes and stuff.
Hey, Ebony.
Did you see that one?
Which one, Auntie?
The one with the little girl. It was like 3 women. I think they're from the school. The first little girl that hit her. The first little girl that hit her.
Oh, that little girl. That shit was fake, Auntie.
That was fake as hell.
That was fake.
Yes.
And then they're gonna talk about someone where respects her because she's still a kid, but she wasn't no motherfucking kid that day when she jumped on that woman.
That's right. And that I mean, her talking made me mad. You know, and you got to prove a point, and that, I was prom queen and cheerleader and all. And that girl stepped there and she got, I mean,
No, Karen, that was Chicago.
The first one that hit her, and all the rest. Oh, that was so sad, y'all. Oh my God. And at first I thought the one was pregnant, and it was making me so angry when he found out that she wasn't pregnant, that she had sickle cell, and all these people, she sound drunk, she died, she looked pregnant, da da da. Okay, first, won't y'all look at the read up on?
Yeah, but I think a lot of people did apologize to her when they found out she wasn't pregnant, because I thought she was pregnant in the beginning too. I really did. I did. Yeah, because sickle cell is a lot that you have to deal with, Auntie, and I'm gonna tell you why. My son has sickle cell. Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, my son has it. So you have to keep your blood level at a certain.
Yeah, see, I have lupus, and that's some painful stuff, baby. You can't even touch me when I get a flare.
And sometimes when you can't even got a bed with that stuff. You know what I mean? And sometimes that stuff will have you weak. You know, and that's why I felt so hurt for her when they beat her like that. And she felt weak. She couldn't help her son out because she was weak herself on the ground.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. That was
so I mean, it was just so heartbreaking.
Yeah, and she said it, it hurts her that she couldn't even protect her child. Can you imagine what those, oh my God. I mean, I could not believe that little boy that with that gold after she on the ground, he go over there and stomp her. Oh my God, I can stand it.
Yeah. Yeah. But they really doing some big things. Did you hear about the money I told you? Did you hear about the money that they fake got off that family? Did you hear me say something about that?
Hey y'all. Hey Missy.
Hey. Okay, one family did a fake not Facebook, a GoFundMe. They got $8,187. That's what they got from that family.
Was
And
that
then the
real
next
or
family,
fake?
no, it's
It was
not real.
fake.
And then the next fake one, they got $3,150.
Damn. That's a damn shame.
And you know what? Lord Jesus, I don't like saying mean stuff. But you know what? I can guarantee you they were some low life, no good son of a bitches. Needed money for Christmas. So that would be their kids' Christmas. But sometimes everybody get in need every once in a while. But it's a better way of doing things to doing things like that. If you needed money, you didn't have to sit here and scam a family.
Right, do a GoFundMe for your own damn self.
Yeah, do a GoFundMe for your own goddamn family. Okay, and get money the right way. But you stay here and scam these people that was working every day, probably. Okay, out of all this money.
Played on the vulnerability of other people. That's what you did.
Yep. And when I seen this yesterday, I'm like, wait, hold up. Let me look at this again. And I said, it's an open book. I said, open book, look at this. She said, oh my God, D, where you get this from? I said, Facebook. The guy posted it. He posted it.
Did the family leave to go to LA yet?
No, they're not. No, they was going in to go to stay there for good, but I don't think they're gonna go to stay for good now. Because
No,
I think now because
about the mom and her two kids, somebody named Little Zay, I believe,
It's gonna shop
invited
for
them
him.
out there for the weekend, and he was taking them all
Shopping.
Christmas shopping or something like that.
oh
Yeah.
wait a minute,
It's supposed to be for this
Brittany,
weekend.
it was $8,187 for one, and then the second was $3,150.
That's a shame.
They should get in trouble for that.
Yeah. I sure hope it wasn't one of those one of the mothers that kids did that to them. I sure hope it wasn't one of them.
Oh damn, I never thought about that one.
I sure hope it
Yeah, that would be horrible.
That would be horrible.
Happen.
Yep. I wouldn't put it past them. Because one of them mothers got on there, or aunties or something got on there and was talking much shit.
Oh yeah.
I saw that.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, honey, all y'all mamas that was involved, y'all need to be motherfucking scared right now. Okay, because you don't know you don't know these people. It don't may have to come directly from the lady y'all attack. It can come from other people, and y'all don't know who gonna run up on y'all when y'all outside and about. You don't know that.
A lot of people talking about how those kids was terrorizing other children too. And that's why I don't take.
Well, the guy that I follow, that's the rapper from Chicago, he did say he's going to be addressing the other kids that was bullied, because another child came out yesterday and reported that he was bullied by those same children. Did you see that?
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
Yes, another child came out and said he was bullied by those same children. So I guess he's going to address that also on his live. And I did see a live this morning. I think it was a video that it was posted this morning. They went out to the projects, honey, and told them bitches to wake up.
You know what, y'all? I honestly think that those children should be expelled from the school, because if they did that to that mom and her two children, they probably doing that to a lot of other kids at that school.
Yeah, that's what they said. They are. And then not only that, if they did that to a adult, period, they'll do it to a teacher.
Exactly. Yep. And I felt so bad for her and her kids, because she was just trying to protect her kids. And, and I couldn't believe, like, third graders, fourth graders, sixth graders. That was elementary school kids doing that.
Yes.
To those to that mother. You don't put your hands on them.
Honey, they went to that project early this morning, Ebony, honey, and they told them, wakey, get the fuck up. Yes, they did. Early this morning, they said, wait, it was a lot of them motherfuckers too. It was a lot of them. It was Baby, it was a lot of them this morning, baby. Oh, honey,
That's
they
why
went out there. They
Wow.
went to
that's
look
why,
for that mama with the 5 kids. That's what they went to look for, the mama with the 5 kids this morning.
mm,
Oh boy.
mm,
I didn't see that.
mm.
I
And,
seen it.
Wow.
and you know what?
Open
You know
book,
what's
you
even
seen it?
more.
Oh, open book seen it?
And y'all know
Mhm.
what's even more sadder is that the fact that the lady looked pregnant and they didn't care because at the time we didn't know what she was pregnant or not, and they did
Mm-hmm.
not care.
Nope. They didn't care.
God.
And all along,
Karen,
you
I
know.
don't know because they cut the video off. It was a video. So I don't know if the lady came out. I don't know because I didn't see that part. So because the video cut off, because it wasn't like a long video. It was a
Mm-hmm.
short video. And I tried to replay it again to make sure I didn't miss anything. So
Mm-hmm.
no, I didn't see that anyone answered the door, but I did see that they was knocking at the door. And oh yeah. And the lady that was doing the recording, she said that the mother of those children was on drugs, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
And she
Wow.
also said that the kids would smoke and get high, allegedly.
Oh yeah, because you remember that
And she
light, the one
also
that.
said that the grandma lost her low-income apartment because of those 5 children, allegedly.
Oh
She was putting it all
God.
on the table this morning on her video.
Oh my God. Did you see that video where the mother that got attacked? She was talking about she was going to the store and one of the girls that was 13-year-old asked her to get her a wood. And she
Yes,
said she
Open Book
got it
said
for her,
something
but
about
she
that
didn't
this
know
morning.
it
I
was
mean,
that
not this
young.
morning. Yeah.
You saw that? Oh my God. Was she a
Open
part
Book
of the
talked about
crowd?
that yesterday. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. That's so sad. I mean, y'all, oh my God.
Yeah, it
But
was
when I
sad
saw this,
watching
I
that
had
They
to
said
video.
that
know.
lady kids is bad as hell.
Yeah,
Now I'm telling you what the lady said that was doing the video. So she must know this family or know
uh,
of this family
family.
because she said that they get high with the mama. The mama run all out doing drugs. They said the
Uh,
mama don't have no food. They said when the mama got put out, the girl said they left and they ain't had nowhere to go and they came back and they squatted in that place. But she said when they did leave, the projects calmed down. It was no more trouble or nothing. So what the fuck that tell you?
mm, mm, mm.
That them
That's the
some
problem.
badass goddamn kids. They
Mm,
rugrats.
yep, yep,
Mm-hmm.
yep.
Good God, Lord have mercy. Hey, baby poo girl. Miss
Mm,
D, I wonder if that was the mom that, wait a minute, Miss D, I wonder was that the mom that the mother gave a few dollars. I was wondering that too, Original Bay. Because y'all remember when somebody said that the lady that got attacked gave one of those kids mama some money for some food? Y'all remember that?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did hear that. Yeah.
So I'm wondering, is this the mama with the 5 children?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that.
I'm not sure.
Know who she is. No telling.
You see, it was the 9-year-old on who jumped on some kids. It was the little boy who picked up the girl and punched her and pulled the little girl hair. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yep. And the little boy in the yellow, he was the one that also body slammed her son that was in the
Yep,
blue jacket.
sure did.
Yes,
Yes, he did.
yes.
And he was such a
Mm-hmm.
little boy. And like the mother said, he don't fight. He's a real funny little kid, and that's sad. But I tell you one thing, although because God only allowed things to happen, and God allowed this to happen for that woman to be blessed,
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
because
yeah.
that's a blessing, man.
Girl,
Uh,
when I watched that video,
yes.
girl, they was coming through them goddamn projects this morning. They
Girl,
said, wakey,
I
wakey.
wish I had saw that one.
Girl, I was so weak. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was dying laughing. I was hollering.
Did you see the one? Did you see that video where that lady with her dog and they was all black, dressed in black, and she was knocking on her door. I think it was just a video she was posting, but she was knocking like she was knocking on one of the mother's doors. It was so funny. Talking about me and this dog gonna get him. Y'all didn't see that? It was so funny.
No. I'm gonna be down in the chat, Miss D. Okay, I just came up here to speak to everybody and say, talk about the guy that is flying them out for the weekend to
Well,
LA.
I'm so glad. I'm glad that those kids is getting what they need. And you know what? They probably gonna be so glad to be on that little plane flying out. That probably gonna make
Uh-huh.
them feel so good.
Yes,
You know, that's
yes,
And
that's
go Christmas shopping.
yes, yes.
yes.
That's a blessing. God bless them.
It is a blessing.
God bless
Might
them.
take them to Disney World because
Well,
I
they are
think,
going to Disney World because the guy, the Chicago rapper, he said that on his live.
See,
oh, okay,
So
boom.
he's the one going to be funding that, him and some more people.
Oh,
so,
that is so great.
I'm saying,
So
Yeah.
you got a new house, the kids in a new school,
a
she
new
got a
car.
new car, and so they'll be able to eat peacefully
Uh-huh.
for Thanksgiving. And when school start back after the holiday, the kids will be able to go to school in peace.
Peace. That's right.
In
Now,
peace.
see, y'all, I
That's
can't
right.
play my stuff on live like Open Book do, but I'm going to send this to Open Book, and maybe she can play it, and she can show y'all how they came in the project after the family this morning.
Okay.
I'm going to send it to Open Book. I don't know if she's still in the chat or not, but
Uh-huh.
I'm going to send it to her, and when she do another live, she can, hold on. Open Book, you still in the chat? I just sent it to her. Baby,
I,
that
I,
lady said, wakey, wakey. She said, wakey, wakey, wake up. Baby, y'all know I laugh so hard sometimes, y'all. Sometimes I get a fucking headache. I be laughing so goddamn
man.
hard.
Oh, I would have loved to see that. I can't wait.
Oh my God. Baby, they not gonna I'm telling you, that lady that got attacked, I don't think she got too much to worry about, period. It's
I
the
know.
mothers that did their kids that did that shit. Those the parents got something to worry about. Because
Exactly.
y'all don't know everybody in Chicago.
That's right. That's right. Because these people are mad. They are mad, hot mad. They are hot mad.
Okay, Ebony, I seen the video this morning. I can share it. Okay, I sent it to you a while ago.
And honestly, I think it'd be best for them to lock those kids up in a detention hall or something because their safety is not on stone. Shoot.
Yeah. Hey, Nicole. I was like, yo, that shit was so fun. I'm like, and then one lady was wrapped up in a blanket walking through the projects, honey. You know, like one of them little throw blankets that you put on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Girl, she had her blanket on walking through that motherfucking project this morning.
But you know what, Miss D? I'm glad I
Oh,
don't
yes,
live in
yes,
Chicago.
yeah, she definitely has sickle cell.
I'm so glad I don't live in Chicago because I would have been right there with them. I would have been right there with them. I know myself.
No, she don't have lupus. She only have sickle cell, not lupus.
Yeah.
She has sickle cell. And as soon as people start saying she has sickle cell, I know how it can be because I know the pain that my son was in. You know what I'm saying? He don't have so much pain no more like he used to because his doctor keep it under control.
Right.
But his blood cells have to stay at a certain count.
Right. Right.
Because if they go below that count, it can put him in danger.
That's right.
And he have to eat right, all of that. He have to take medication and all of that.
Yeah.
So I understand her weakness. I definitely understood that. Because my son used to get weak all the time when he was in high school, all the time. And I never knew what it was. And every time I kept taking my son to the doctor, they kept saying, wasn't nothing wrong with him. He was okay. They was taking blood work. And I finally took my son to another hospital and he got admitted. And that's when they found out. And my son had graduated then.
Oh.
That's how long that my son had it. And this doctor said she couldn't find nothing.
Man.
Yep.
I know. I just knew a family that had it when I was young. and it was like 3 kids, and man, they never finished school. They was always out with that illness.
Yeah, that's how my son was. And
Mhm.
sometimes they used to give my son homeschooling when he became sick like that. They had a teacher that would come to the house and do his
Mhm.
work with him. So that shit broke my heart because I know what my son dealt with. My son is grown
Mhm.
now, but he still
Yeah.
have it. But it's just a simple fact that I know what my son dealt with. So I
Right.
know what this lady deals with going back and forth to the hospital,
Mhm.
being weak, being sick. I know what it's like.
Right. Right.
And it's a sad situation.
Yeah.
That it happened like that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Obey. Thank you. That is crazy work. That's
That was.
crazy.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life, y'all.
Me-
Never.
I had not with no kids doing an adult. I mean, they had no respect at all that this woman was an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And just the fact, like say, we didn't know at the time she wasn't pregnant. And these kids seeing this woman, and she could have been pregnant, and they didn't care. Didn't care.
Yeah.
I lock them all up. I really think lock them up.
My son said, "Shit, future kids." He was like, "Shit." My
Man,
son said, "They gonna be some future kids." He said, "Shit."
and that little girl, way she squared up, the first one that hit her, the way she squared up and then popped that woman in her face. Oh my God, I wish I. Ooh.
Wait a minute. So do you think is that the girl that hit the lady? Do you think that's one of the lady's 5 children?
No, I think because that little girl seemed like she was the only child when they was talking to her. It was like 3 adults. I don't know if they was at school or whatever, but that lady that was first started talking and said,
Yes,
"Well,
yes, Karen. I have another son. He don't have full blown sickle cell. He has the traits, but then his
mm,
older brother have sickle cell. But no, his sons don't have the full blown sickle cell. They have the traits.
mm,
Yeah, they really don't care. Just like we thought she was pregnant. I knew. They thought she was too. Yep, that's true. Original bad. They didn't care if she was or wasn't.
mm-hmm.
It didn't matter to them.
Didn't matter."
Mm-hmm.
And then talking about her because like like they talk about her ankles being dried. Is that a part of sickle cell? I heard it was the skin
What?
being dry.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Yeah, the boy
And
that was
when you
still.
got sickle cell, sometimes you don't gain a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You don't gain
Mm-hmm.
a lot of weight neither. But you
Right,
have to eat healthy.
right.
You have to eat healthy. She was the one that apologized and hit her in the face first. Yep, she
Yep,
sure was.
yep. I mean, that little girl squared up first. I mean, she squared up like she was a boxer. Mm-mm. And that apology didn't mean nothing to me.
No,
Mm-mm.
but did you see that little smirk on her face?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She had a little,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, she had a little smirk on her face.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Oh
sitting there, y'all respect her now because she's a
yeah.
kid.
Oh,
We have
they
to
got her
respect the
at
kid.
and they got her, but and she kept coming back and trying to say that is not my child, but no, this is a child, and because that apology didn't mean nothing, was nothing in it.
And you know
She
what
was
I feel like too, being that she's a
out. That's what
cheerleader,
that
they need to take her off the cheerleader and everything until she get it right.
exactly.
Why would a bully be on the
Yeah,
cheerleader team? A bully.
and,
Now y'all might didn't know then, but you know now. So what
no,
you gonna do about it?
yeah, and take that title from her too. Hmm.
Right.
Take that title from her. Yeah,
No
she needs
teaching
to
not
get
the
that.
one to
Yeah,
5 kids. You see. Okay. Okay. Well, the
yeah,
lady
that's
with the 5 kids, have she spoke out? Did she say anything?
mm-mm.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Even though her kids did fucked up shit, I'm sorry that she don't have a proper place for them to stay. Because I'm not mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm not an
Right.
evil person.
Mm-hmm.
I hope now that CPS is in her life, and that this is true, that she is a squatter and she really don't have nowhere to go with those children. I hope
Mhm.
CPS now can give her a proper place with those children. But she needs some work to be done with them kids because everywhere she go, them
Mm,
fucking badass kids gonna get her kicked out.
that's right.
Everywhere she go, she have to get a grip with them kids.
Hmm. You know, y'all, I'm gonna say something. That lady with the 5 kids, and the way these kids are now, you never know what their life could be like. I have a my very best friend. She passed away this past March, and her daughter had 5 children. She had them when she was very young, and 2 of the boys was going around breaking in homes,
Mm.
and one over her my friend's apartment, and they had broken someone's home and had stolen a pink gun. And my friend was like, "Give me that gun. I want that gun." No, gun. I promised to somebody else. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, Deborah, all y'all doing is promoting them to go out there and steal out of somebody's house. These people work too hard for this stuff. Do you know? 2 weeks later, I said, okay, y'all, if anything happened to those kids, somebody shoot them or kill them, because that happened to one of my little cousin's child, that he broke in somebody's house and they killed him. And I said, if anybody hurt them kids, y'all can't say nothing because y'all promoting them to go out there and steal at the people's home. 2 weeks later, the little boy got killed. And do you know the other son is in prison right today because he, while he in jail, he had his daddy killed.
What?
His daddy, when the little boy Kevin passed away, he turned around the daddy and screwed the kid, his son's baby mama. The little girl was 13 years old. He had a baby by the little girl. So the brother was mad about that and had that man killed. And if you go on, he's on YouTube, they do a documentary on him where a son killed his own father from jail. He was a well-known little boy, was so gifted, a rapper. He, I mean, just gifted, but they didn't feed into that gift. They allowed them kids to go and breaking in people's homes, doing terrorizing people, doing shooters. It's just a bunch of stuff. So I'm saying with this lady with these 5 kids, these kids are doing in and everything. You never know how their life gonna turn out. So CPS need to get involved right now. I remember one time those boys was in a detention center. I called out there myself. Y'all need to keep them there. This is what's going on. They let them out, and then the boy got killed. And why he got killed was they had he got caught because in Arlington, Texas, they did a shootout over there. He got caught. Kevin got caught. So Kevin started talking who all he was with. So one of the little boy was upset with him because he told. Well, he went to school the next day and telling this little white boy that he heard their house was gonna get broken in. So the little boy and his daddy stayed at home. Then he told Kevin that he knew a house that they can hit up. So when Kevin went there, the daddy and the brother was still, I mean, the daddy and the boy was still in the house. So when Kevin kicked the door, the gunshot come through the front door and grazed his chin. He took off running and he went like 3 houses down and the daddy came from around and shot him in the back and killed him. Them people moved the next day. But
Mm.
you never know.
What she say? CPS got them kids yesterday, and the mom made a video this morning. It's
Mm,
not. Wait, are you saying CPS took some of the kids this morning? Come back with that one,
yeah.
because my kids was taken away from me, and the one who's hitting that lady and her 2 kids. So, are you saying that CPS took some of the kids this morning that was involved with this fight with this lady? Is that what you're saying? Mm.
What she say, D?
She said that CPS got them kids yesterday,
Mm.
and the mom made a video this morning.
Is it the one with the 5 kids or somebody else?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking her. They said CPS was going to get them. Yes, they got them.
Mm.
So the lady with the 5 kids, CPS did take her kids this morning? Oh, wow.
Oh.
Oh, my. Well, I need to investigate that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, I need to investigate that one.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't hear that one yet.
Mm-hmm. And the grandmother of those 5 kids still living?
Yes, because the girl said on her video that they was they used to beat the grandma too.
Oh my God, no.
Yes.
Mm-mm-mm.
Them bad little motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, them kids was bad.
Mm-hmm.
God damn. Shit, taking them and putting them where? Ain't no goddamn foster parent gonna want. Only thing gonna want them bitches is a group home. They gotta be putting a group home at this point, because baby, a foster parent would not take them motherfuckers.
It won't. No. If they do, they crazy as hell.
Shit, they gonna come there and tear that home upside down. They better hope them goddamn badass baby kids don't burn their goddamn house down.
Shit, I love to have them though.
Oh, I don't want them here. My nerves bad. I couldn't take them. I'd be under the bed somewhere screaming.
No, then again, I'll probably be in jail because you can't whoop them.
Yeah.
You can't whoop them. They be the first one hollering, "She hit me."
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah. But, you know, when kids that bad like that, nah, you wouldn't want them.
No, I
You wouldn't
wouldn't.
want them. Just let
No,
because you know what, you would be giving the state a break, but you would be taking a headache.
that's right.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Nah, nah, you don't want that.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you don't want to stop your life, dealing with badass kids. Them kids bad. If you think they did it to their mom, you think they're gonna respect you?
No way. I'm telling you, I'll be in jail probably.
Yeah. You don't want to disrupt your peace at your home. Shit, you have your kids be like, "Mommy, why did you do this?"
Mhm.
Yeah. No, you don't. Mm-mm.
I know when I used to whip my kids when they was little, I say, "You better hope nobody's coming over here and knocking on my door because I'm gonna think you don't call the CPS. I'm gonna beat your ass for open door."
Yes, baby. They went to that house this morning, honey. They went there knocking on the goddamn door. And baby, shit, they wasn't playing.
Mm-mm.
Hmm They said, "Bitch, bring the noise."
Yeah,
So
like
the
you said, if
grandmom
the
doesn't
parents are,
want them.
the
No, the
parents are
grandmom.
scared.
Listen, how the grandmom can want them, and they got the grandmom put out her own goddamn house.
Mm-mm.
They got the grandma put out.
And what's the
Shit.
ages? What's the ages of them? Do you know?
Nope. Nope.
Mm, mm,
I don't know.
damn.
Now that's a good question.
Mm-hmm. Now maybe if they separate those kids, it might work a little bit better. If they
Yeah.
separate, because they probably bouncing off each
Yeah.
other.
And I think it's another rapper that live in Chicago by the name of Lil Zay. He's
Mm-hmm.
helping that family out too.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of people that is really,
Mm-hmm.
helping the family out. A lot of people. And see, that little boy post that little video and didn't know it was gonna go viral like this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thought he was doing something cute, funny, so he can laugh at the next day. That's what he did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't know he got his ass in trouble and everything. Everybody else that was involved.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. Ain't that something?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that something?
But that was so
Mm.
hard watching it. That was so Man, that was heartbreaking watching that. Poor woman couldn't protect her kids. That was heartbreaking.
It was. It
But I
was.
he really don't stepped up for that lady and that community. They really stepped up for her.
And I didn't know they was flying them out to Atlanta.
Mm,
Ebony said that. That's nice.
yeah, I heard that. Mm-hmm.
That's really nice. That's
Mm-hmm.
really
And
nice.
police officer that was at that school that day posted. He was mad because someone had posted the video and was talking about it and talking about why I told you not to post a video and da 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 and don't be filming. And that guy got back there and he said, "Look, this don't happen to these people for 2 years. This woman on complain for 2 years and nobody tried to help her. And now you want to come out and like just getting a clout." He said, "You need to shut
Yeah,
up."
I told you the police officer was going after the rapper.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it was. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he did
yeah,
record it.
yeah.
Yes, he was. They were trying to come for him because he
Mm-hmm,
did record a little bit inside that. You talking about the
mm-hmm.
meeting they had in the school, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
they was coming after him.
That's right. Hmm.
But 2 years, and y'all think that the people don't need answers?
Right.
And you talking about no recording?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then she transferred her child out and put him back and thought it was gonna be okay and still.
Right.
Hmm. Lock them
Mm.
up. But I say, I don't care what nobody say. Lock their ass up and the parents too.
Especially if you a parent and you still coming on live and you know what I'm saying, and not trying to
Exactly.
discipline your child.
That's the difference. That's the difference. Yeah, you're right, D. You know,
I mean,
you
you
shouldn't
trying to
in this child for
you
what
making
they
a
do.
mockery out of what your child have done,
Mm-hmm.
especially that parent that got on live and cursed people out. You can tell that's
Uh,
where her kids got it from.
that's right. That ain't the 5 kids mother, is it?
Yeah, you can tell where them kids got that from. All five of them little baby was. Oh Lord. Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'm glad they traveling for the weekend. They
Mm-hmm.
going and get what they got to get. And those ones that made them fake book fake accounts of them people, they'll be
Mm-hmm.
dealt with.
They sure will be.
They will. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they definitely
I
will.
mean,
You know.
$8,000, D, that's a lot of money.
Who
1,000 right now is a lot of money. Dang.
yeah, yes. Hold on, Dad. That's sad. Hello?
Hello. Hey, Miss D. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Um,
Hello?
I just
I
wanted
don't know
to.
why my thing keep doing that. Hold on. I bring it up and then it just drop itself. Like I hate that. I hate when my computer act like that. Is she up here, Auntie?
Here.
Yes.
Hello?
Hello. I'm still here.
Oh, okay. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm
Good.
good.
That's good.
Mhm.
I just wanted to say, like, with foster care, like, I've got two foster kids,
Mm-hmm.
but they're related to me, though. Um, and they bad.
Mm.
They were like when my sister and I got them. It's four of them, and we couldn't. Neither one of us could take all four in one household.
Okay.
They were still the stress steppers. So the baby was like 10 months old. Then we
Mm.
had a 1 year old going on two, then a 3 year old, and a 4 year old.
Mm.
Um, those kids, when I look at the video of this fight, it really reminds me of my niece and nephews. Only because
Mm.
when we put them all together, it's like a wolf pack. Like
Oh my God.
Mm.
um, and when you're dealing with kids who don't have, like, let's say a mother to bring them up, they're doing all this because they ain't got no structure. They ain't never
Yeah.
had no structure. Now you're trying to introduce structure into their lives, and you are right. They gonna get somebody hell.
Yeah. But that's a good you got them at that age. If they was older like these kids, it's gonna be even a bigger problem.
Yeah, no,
So
I look.
how old are they now? Are you having problems
Uh,
out of them?
the boys, the older two boys, they have to go to a therapist and a psychiatrist. Um, the younger two kids, my niece and my nephew, they're just like the average two, and my nephew just turned 4 earlier this month. They're pretty average, but the older two boys, you could like they really they think they can discipline their siblings,
Mm,
but it's just like we actually we got them separated, but when we get them together, it's
it's hell.
it's hell. Lack of a better word, it's hell. Like it's just hard to do anything.
Mhm.
But these and they don't like structure, so they want to do what they want to do because that's what they have been doing.
Right,
They were raising each other, not being raised by parents. If that makes any sense.
right. But do you mind me asking you? The mother is your sister or close?
No, my brother's alone,
Oh, okay.
and so
So,
he couldn't put stability there. Their mom
mhm,
is way younger than my brother.
okay.
Um, Lily's like she's like Snow White. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but she just couldn't get to look like for those kids because we've had them for 2 years now. We supposed to have these kids for 3 months.
Mm,
Ooh.
It'd be
mm,
2 years December 8th
okay.
because she's on drugs real bad. So
Okay. Okay. So like the kids saw a lot of stuff and they went through a lot of stuff.
they saw a lot of stuff. Like the oldest boy went on a road with my brother,
Mm-hmm.
and he came back and he told them that while my brother was asleep, because his mama was there too. While my
Mm-hmm.
brother was he said he woke up and his mommy had a gun to his daddy's head.
Mm,
And so
Mm.
it was like it's the stuff that you like some stuff they didn't need to see.
right. Right.
And I'm just like I thank God he woke up, but I hate he saw that,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense. Because like that that baby he has the most problems. Like he tried to feed a cat to a dog just because the cat was pregnant and he wanted to see the babies. Like
Ooh.
he has the most problems.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do
But
they get any counseling or anything?
they they get counseling and they have therapy.
Okay,
So they
good.
so it's like, well, they see a psychiatrist and then yeah, they've got their therapy appointments.
Okay. Did y'all know exactly what y'all was getting into when y'all took or
Absolutely not.
going? Okay.
Absolutely not. Again, like it was
You said, I
December.
guess not.
Like that December was it was so crazy because it's not a traditional foster care situation because they're related to us.
Right.
Foster like the foster care system don't they act like it takes less to raise them because they're related to us. So they expect us to do like all the providing and all that.
Right.
But again, we were only supposed to have them from December till March.
Mm-hmm.
She just couldn't get it together.
Mm-hmm.
She couldn't get it together. So we still have them. But they're a little bit better because they know, like what you did with your mama, you can't do with me.
Right.
So
Like
are y'all gonna adopt them, you and your
Yeah,
sister?
that's what
we,
it's up in
we,
the air.
we want to do adoption. What I would prefer to do is to stay, is to just remain guardian.
Mm-hmm.
And by doing that, then the parents can like they still hold their rights, like they don't terminate their rights. And that way, if at some point somebody get together and they'll have to go through the court system, going to court, judge and all that to prove that they are able to take care of them. But if they got to the point that they could do that, I want to give them back. Like I would rather give them
Yeah.
back. Um,
To
I
be
mean,
hon- to be honest, I mean, it's not my business or anything. I wouldn't. I would. I know, but you in your shoes and I'm in my shoes. And the reason why I say that because with someone on drugs, it can take a small size of a mustard seed for them to get back on drugs. They have to
Oh,
completely change their whole surrounding and the people they hang around with and their own, just themselves, period. And what you're telling me is that they were so deep involved in drugs that it's not going to be easy for them to get off drugs. And then you and your sister get these kids somewhat up to some type of standard or some type of uh uh what you call it, grounded, then they're gonna uproot them. They're gonna uproot them. And I do you have children yourself?
I do. My kid is almost grown.
Oh,
So,
so you starting all over again.
so
So
starting over.
I can see that. I understand that then.
So it's like I kind of like I just
Yeah,
my kids where I ain't gotta get up and cook and I ain't got to do
right.
nothing.
Yeah,
But I don't like I told the judge, I don't want to put them in any situation that's not gonna be conducive to them. Because right now they're thriving.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
If they parents and they would really have to prove themselves. I think like they would have to be clean. Well, she would have to be clean for
Yeah,
at least a
wow.
year
Mm-hmm.
before she can try and get them back.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, okay, do I want to sign my name on the dotted line? Like literally, I got my two side out the baby number two,
I
so
hear
I
you.
just want to keep going. But
Yeah, I understand.
but love them to death, and I don't want to. I wouldn't want them somewhere else, like especially when they were
Yeah.
younger, because
Mm-hmm.
baby girl was only 10 months old when I got her. But
Mm,
like I was scared. I'm like I don't want somebody. She wouldn't live with the talking part of it and being
mm,
able to express something if something is wrong.
mm-hmm.
Um, but at the same time, I am 46 years old. I kind of want to go somewhere
Right, right.
else.
Do the mother have any relatives? Her mother or her having sisters?
She does have her mom. She does have a mom. She tried to get her moms to get them, but mom had more mental health system than she did.
Oh,
Oh wow.
that's
So do
Like,
y'all still go to court? Like, do y'all still is y'all still in court for the kids? So the judge can see
mhm.
like how they progressing and stuff.
Yep, we're still going to court, and come January, I think. January, it didn't matter what happens. Like they've already terminated her rights.
mm,
To do that like about a month ago, they terminated her rights.
mm-hmm,
Um, as far as him, he still has his rights, but now you're having to prove yourself,
mm-hmm,
to the court system.
mm-hmm.
And a part of me is just like I feel like they as long as they know where the kids are, they're they're
Yeah,
cons-
okay. Mm-hmm.
and that part I don't like
Like,
either.
right, right. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like but when they came in, they had no structure at all.
Mm.
And can lie, oh, can lie,
And that's sad to be that young. Mm.
can lie, and will manipulate a situation from left to right. The oldest one that I have, this child went and told the people at the school. They were asking him why he was asking for more food. My boy said because he was trying to put food in his pocket because he don't get to eat when he go home.
Uh-uh.
I say, wait a minute now. You
Those
trying
kind
to
of
see?
kids do lie though. I ain't gonna lie, them some lying kids. Hmm.
Whoa.
I got 2 weeks before I graduate from nursing school, and I
Ooh.
got me sitting behind bars and unable to get this license I done paid for.
Man. Oh
But
my.
But
and
it's
if you catch them with something, they can cry at the drop of a dime.
Mm, mm.
mm.
Well, I commend you on taking on that task because it's not easy. Like you say, your kids are gone. You don't got your kids out the way, and then here you are starting all over again. And your blessings gonna come. And I just really appreciate that you took on your kids because the kids of the day is something else. And I know you didn't do it for no glory or no you know points or anything like that, but just for your heart. I just pray and ask God to cover you in your journey with them.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I really do
Let me
believe the judge wants you and your sister to take full time custody.
Yeah.
I do too. That's why they say they'll let us do guardianship. Instead of it, because if we adopt them, it's gonna terminate both parents' rights.
Mm-hmm.
Guardianship, they can still have their rights. My problem with that is if in 5 years, and I've had the baby since she was 10 months, and let's
Mm-hmm.
say 5 to 10 years, they finally one of them finally gets it together. Well, I done did pretty much the hard part,
Oh,
and
yeah. Exactly.
so it's like in my head, it's like I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I mean, it just is what it's like. But as far as like the situation with the lady with, that got jumped by those
Mm-hmm.
kids, they have a pack mentality. When you
Mm-hmm.
put them together, like it's like I can fight with you, and
Mm-hmm.
toe to toe as brother sister. But if anybody else comes along, then we gonna all do this. And it almost
Mm-hmm.
sounds like they were running whatever side of those projects they were on.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like hey, don't touch Junior over there because he crazy, and then that's his brother and that's his cousin. They had a pack mentality, but my thing is the whole respect them because they're kids. That's bull because
Mm-hmm.
kids didn't respect an adult, whether that
Right.
lady was pregnant, sick, or anything else. She's an
Mm-hmm.
adult, and
Exactly.
when I was coming up, my mama always said, "You're a representation of me. You're a
Mm-hmm.
representation of your dad. Don't
Mm-hmm.
sit out there acting no fool.
Mm-hmm.
When you do, you
That's
gonna
right.
tip toe up all the way up the street, and when you get home, I'm gonna beat that ass again."
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
can they see the kids? Can the father and the mother see the children?
They can. Well, mom got her visitation stuff terminated, like I said, like a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because when she would get them, she'd take the older sister aside, and then when they would come back to us, it's like you can't tell me what to do. And my mama said, all I got to do is make it to 15, and if I make it to 15, I could get my brothers and my sister, and we can live by ourselves.
Oh my God.
So it's just like she was working against us, and it made it that much harder. Um, my brother, he can see them. It's just with him. It's like you want them to like these kids. They call my husband daddy. They
Mm-hmm.
call me mom. They've been with us for a minute. That's the role we've been feeling.
Mm-hmm.
But you hear them say that, and now oh, that ain't your daddy. That ain't your mama. Okay, well, excuse me. I'm potty training her. I
Mm-hmm.
buy her clothes. I buy her shoes. I
Do
make
you
sure
do
she.
anything for him though? Do you?
No,
Huh?
no, and don't. And I'm not gonna lie and say he do. No.
Oh. Even though you had a kids, he's scot free. He don't
My
nothing.
boy don't do nothing. Listen, January he wanted to file on kids on taxes in January. My sister said no.
Uh-uh.
My sister said no. I said no. My boy
Oh,
went on Facebook and put up a whole message for the whole world to see, talking about how me and my sister some random bitches. We dead to him and all that.
what?
Like
He
talking
don't
about we
need
went
those
to
kids. He
for
want them
too.
for monetary.
Right, but that's what you accused us of, though. You like y'all just got
Yeah.
to y'all because y'all want to check. Excuse me, what they give
Yeah, I
us
do.
don't help them children groceries.
You should have asked him. Say yes, I do. I'm doing your job. This
I'm
is
doing your
my.
job.
Oh my
So
God,
Exactly.
that's just trifling there. I'm sorry.
it's
I,
trifling, and it's like to me, you right now you're not responsible
mm-mm,
enough
mm-mm.
because you're not taking accountability.
Right.
When that
This if
when
he's
they got
not if he's not helping y'all in any type of way of raising and those kids in any type of way, he's not gonna he's not gonna worry about his rights, and he's not gonna do it if he did get those kids back. They're gonna be back in the same circle.
you know what I can see that because I just like we just at this point, like the first few months, we be like, hey, she needs some diapers. Hey, they need this. Hey, they need that. And it was always a poor man story. Oh, I couldn't even eat dinner. Well, as a parent, if I ain't got no food in the house, my baby's gonna eat if I don't.
See, yeah.
It's not a choice of who am I going to feed, me or them. The choice is going to be them. I'll figure it out on the back end, drink some water, something.
Mm.
But I mean, that's just to me. It's a situation.
Mm.
Um, and when you have multiple kids and you ain't did what you should do when the drug takes over and you can't manage whatever you got going on,
Mm.
like them kids they gonna thrive one way or the other. Like we had to go get trash cans and put lids and all this kind of stuff and put them in different places because the kids would rather eat out of the trash than to eat the food on the plate because
What?
she was cooking for them. They were digging through trash for food. So we had to like literally like we had to break them, from doing that.
Oh my.
Like, but
That's
it is what it is.
so
we,
you saying the lady that have the 5 kids, it's not good to put them in a foster home. It's better to put them in a group home.
I think if you put them in a foster home,
Mm-hmm.
um, they if they're trying to keep them together, they for sure gonna get split up because again, they one feeds off the other.
Mm-hmm.
You put them in a group home, they're gonna get a real reality check because
Okay.
it's one thing to be the baddest thing on your block, but it's another thing to be the baddest thing in the cell block. And the
Okay.
kids that you gonna find in a juvenile center, some of them gonna be worse than you,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna have to contend with them. Just maybe you get humbled out a little bit, but before I put them in a foster parents home, I would put them in a group home, and it's probably not the same one if I can help it.
Right. Right. Cause
And
they
y'all,
are some age. These are nine. D, do you know how old that oldest kid is? That with the lady with the 5 kids.
no, no, I don't know. I was trying to figure out who was the kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I
Yeah,
really want to know. Who are the kids?
Yeah.
yeah, those kids are like a little hood gang.
Yeah. They
Like
don't need to be together. They do not need to be. They do not be together.
they the gang. Like
Well,
they recognize that.
cause them people with their pencil and paper didn't do what they need to do. They gonna have hell on their hand when they get those kids. I tell you that.
They are, but that's a defects problem because like even with my kid with my niece and nephew, well my
Mm-hmm.
kids was able to whoop my kids. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
do what I had to do. It. These kids, defects will call and be like, um, you can't put your hands on them. You can't not feed them. Not that I would not feed them anyway. You may not get a snack, but you're gonna get your 3 meals.
That's right.
Um, but
Yeah,
but
I
they
like
said,
that. I like the way you said that because a snack ain't important, but your meal is
In the
important.
meal is.
but I mean, you ain't gonna starve you, but you might see your brother over there with some chips and juice, and you ain't got none because you didn't do what you were told to do.
That's right.
Right, right.
Like, but they had us sign waivers saying we can't hit the kids, we can't yell at the kids, we can't starve the kids, or make them miss meals. We can't like it's so much of what I can't do that when I say what can I do, because
Right.
they were like you can't even leave them in the corner for longer than 15 minutes, and I'm
Oh.
like the offense was you know what I'm saying like he, because these kids and they're smart. They
Mm-hmm.
learn what they can and cannot do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when they go to foster care homes, after you've done it once or twice, then you know if you say this person did this to you, they're coming straight out and getting you and
Mm-hmm.
put you somewhere else. And you will lie on these people. These people will get bad reputations for whatever you lied and said that they did.
Mm.
All because you couldn't get what you wanted that on that day.
Day. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's all. I was just when you talk about foster kids, I'm just like they ain't got no structure, and that's gonna be hell for
Oh.
anybody to take on. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it is. Um, but I mean, somebody gonna have to do it. But
Yeah,
but I
Mm-hmm.
would put it, in like a more like a group home slash juvenile facility, so that
yeah,
they can
yeah,
take the
yeah. A
baddest
group
people.
home would be much better. A group home would be much
Yeah,
better.
Mm-hmm.
Because
And
when
did
you
you say
adopt kids at a certain age like that, they're not gonna listen to that foster parent. They're gonna go there and disrupt their home, cause chaos and
mm-hmm,
everything.
And
mm-hmm,
they're gonna do all of that. And if that family, let's say that it's a husband and a wife that's doing this fostering, these kids will play each other, will play the parents against each other. So like
Yeah.
my oldest boy, my sister has, he says little stuff like, and he asked her one day if she would buy him a PlayStation before she died. And
uh-huh.
so her daughter asked him, "Why would you say that? And why would you ask her if she'll buy you a PlayStation before she died? What you talking about?" And he
What?
said, "So I can play it on her headstone."
Ooh,
What?
So,
woo,
so like
woo.
when I say they be,
Oh my God, are you serious?
I'm
Wow.
so serious. And that
Oh
particular
Lord.
sister has congestive heart failure.
Girl, my
Um,
hair picked up on my arm when you said that.
Damn. That's
it,
that's
this
rough.
this baby and these defects will put up pictures of these kids. These kids are biracial. The
Mm-hmm.
oldest baby, you look at him and like he's got these color changing eyes, and they're all beautiful babies. But if you and on picture, you put them on pictures, and somebody's looking to do foster, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'll get all four of them." And then they're gonna be like, "Okay, you gotta come and get this one. Nope, you gotta come and get that one. You got the fact is, y'all stop
Lord.
the oceans, the lakes, and the river, and handed my ass some bottled water with these children.
And
Like
how's the oldest one now?
6,
Oh my God.
Damn.
And he's
he's
still at 6 years old.
yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, and when I tell you he don't he don't like my sister because my sister is like,
Uh,
you ain't gonna run my house, you ain't gonna run over me.
uh,
He overheard my sister and her husband, and her husband was like, "Well, why did you do this?" Because she didn't. It was something that happened where she didn't give him the same thing that she gave the smaller kid. So like I said, we start taking away your stuff that your snacks or whatever. We start taking that kind of stuff away.
mm-hmm,
So her husband, who also drives trucks, that's what. So he's seeing that.
mm-hmm.
Um, oh, baby boy overheard it, and then he started doing stuff like when he would get with her husband and he like go and get a haircut. He'd be like, "TT hates me. You love me. Why TT hate me?" And it's not that she hates him. She's just you got to have some structure in your life.
Yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
got,
Yeah.
and
It
so it's
sounds it
just like,
sounds like if they don't get their way, they'll start lying and saying you don't
Mm-hmm.
love them and you this and
oh,
you that. Yeah.
they are very. But she, in court, she said her kids are very mischievous. They are, but they're very manipulative. Like if I tell my nephew that he is not going to dress up with the rest of the kids at school because he did X, Y, Z, and
Mm-hmm.
then he come home and let's say it was pajama day. He come home and he got pajamas over his school clothes because the teacher done went and got him bought him pajamas. And that's because,
Cause
like, I had to
of
tell his teacher, right? I'm like, he's literally trying to play, like he's playing you to get what he wants. He's manipulating you because he know his
right.
teacher told him he could not have it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't need to separate them, and they, especially the older ones, they gonna have to because that. I mean, I would rather you separate them and they
Mm-hmm.
all grow up to potentially be something successful than
Mm-hmm.
me seeing the news and something like the
Right.
kids that were this kid, the mom that was jumped and DCF has now done this and is being locked up or has been injured because some people, I don't care how sweet they are, you cross the line, you bound to get knocked on your ass,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and
Is your
they're not
mom
gonna
still
look at you
living?
as a relative.
Is your mom still living?
My mom is.
Mm-hmm.
My mom is still living, so we
You
gonna she
live with your.
want them.
I'm sorry. What you say?
No, I'm just saying. I was saying my mom's like she wants them,
Mm-hmm.
but she doesn't live like we're in different states,
Okay.
and so it's just like I
And she
like
don't
right
need them
now.
all together though. She really don't.
She don't.
Mm,
She don't.
mm-mm.
Like I wouldn't tell nobody to take all four of those kids at one time, like together. I've told them people at that courthouse. I'm like, listen, even if he get his stuff together, he's not going to be able to take care of all four of those kids right off the bat by himself. That's something you got to ease into.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
But that I'm sorry, that's all. I'm like literally rambling. So,
Yeah. That's
but
fine.
No,
that's I say that.
And D, I'm sorry for taking over your show. I'm just asking
no,
questions.
that's you. You good. You good.
I'm
I'm
just
glad
nosy.
you bring the awareness to, uh, people that take care of foster children, because it is rough. It's rough,
Yeah.
and some foster parents do the best they can to try to give these kids the best home, the best love. And,
Mm-hmm.
they came from a home that was no structure, no love. And it's then when they trying to get that, it's
Mm-hmm.
hard for them to accept it.
It's
Right.
hard. It's hard for them to settle. Like my mama used to always say, the hardest part about parenting is disciplining your kids.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and these kids have had, like, they had time where they weren't being disciplined. And honestly, as a family, we should have all knew something was wrong when the 3-year-old set the house on fire.
Mm-hmm.
But um, it was just like maybe they had fell asleep. Maybe everybody fell asleep and he woke up through the night.
Mm-hmm.
But his, he would get rewarded like his mom. Like he was 3, 4. He was 4 when we first got him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, didn't she wasn't present like she needed to be. So he would go in there and cook noodles in the microwave, make like oatmeal and stuff in the microwave. And we had to tell him like you can't do that here because see if that water gets on you or you burn your brothers or your sisters,
Mm-hmm.
that's not good. But
Right.
his thing was, but my mama said, good job, baby.
Right.
See,
But
that's
she
that's what I'm
wanted.
saying. They be so used to doing stuff where they came from.
Yeah.
They
Mm-hmm.
think when they come here, now they can do whatever they want. They can do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
That ship don't fly with me.
Yeah.
It don't.
I
But like
I
for you to saying respect these kids or respect, these kids, respect goes two ways, okay?
mm-hmm.
But I know in the Bible it says that children are supposed to respect their parents.
Mm-hmm.
Um, y'all know y'all ain't supposed to be cursing no grown folks out, let alone putting your hands on no grown person.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That
Right.
woman walked there to go get her kids. She wasn't even in the best mood, feeling her best. But she walked there to go get her kids so that they feel safe
Mm,
because don't nobody else protect you. Guess who gonna protect you? Your mama.
that's right.
So she went up there to try to give her kids sense of security, and they done took that and some.
Mm.
Right.
So I just feel like they do need to, if they don't put them in like a juvenile facility.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Well, you keep doing what you do, sis.
Yeah.
When it comes to raising your nieces and your nephews, keep doing what you do. God will bless you.
Sure will. I think she got clicked off.
Um, no, I still see her up here. She's still up here, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
Yeah,
she.
there she.
or
Well,
something.
God will bless you, honey.
Now, you got the baby when she was 10 months. How old is she now?
Catalina will be 3 in January.
Okay, that's oh, you don't have to.
Yep,
Yeah,
she'll be 3 in January.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my baby
Yep.
because she been with me since she was a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Like when she was born, she was actually born in Louisiana because one of my baby sister was killed in a mass shooting,
Mm.
and we went to Louisiana, and her mama was pregnant with her. Well, she happened to have her while we were there. When that baby came home, she came home with me and my husband.
Oh my, that's
Like,
great.
she was only some days old at the time, and I'm sitting here like, man, it's 6 weeks. I still was in the house, but I surely wouldn't just hand it off my babies, even to relatives, just because this is a brand new baby.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Yeah.
Everybody have maternal instincts, and unfortunately, the most important job in the world, which is to raise children to be productive members of society, doesn't
Mm,
require a license,
that's
doesn't require training.
mm, mm. Like they
But
say, a dog can have a baby that don't make him a mother.
don't make it a mind.
That's right.
So, all right, y'all. I'm gonna go back down because I gotta. I'm driving. But
Okay,
thank you.
baby.
Have a good day.
And thank you for
So they
sharing
come out-
your story.
yes.
Oh, you're welcome.
And you welcome anytime.
Thank you so much.
You welcome.
Miss D, I think you're gonna have to drop me, honey. I don't know how to use this phone like that. Like,
Okay, I got you.
Bye bye. Mm. Oh, Miss D, that's
Yeah.
something.
Yes. And it sounds like she's doing a very great job,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But like I
Oh,
said, when you got kids that's coming from a home like that and you trying to now give them the best home that you can give them, they ain't gonna look at that shit like that.
mm-mm.
You know, because they so used to their mom letting them do what they want to do, go
Mm,
and come, say what they want to say, curse the mom out, you know, and they, like she said, they not going to want to you to feel like you're going to tell them what to do. You're going to dictate what they say and all of that stuff.
mm.
They're not going to like that.
No.
They, they're not going to accept rules and regulations. They not. It's going to be hard for them because that's
Yeah.
not what they used to.
Yeah, they used to be in control.
Hmm. They used to being in control and they used to having that power.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
can do this because this is what my mama allowed me to do, and I'm gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
And
Man, I always wanted to be a foster mom. Even before I had kids, I wanted to be a foster mom. Mm-mm.
would you do it now?
I would if I was financial able. I would if I was settled. I really would. I really would.
But you would. I think. Ooh, Lord, I don't think I would take them when they're 6 and 7 and 8 years old. I don't know. And see, you know what? Too, I think sometimes the system don't tell you everything about those
Kids,
children.
they don't.
Yes, because they want you to take those kids. They don't tell you about their mental health. Because I follow this girl on Facebook and
Mm-hmm.
she got a child and
Mm-hmm.
she didn't know everything about this child. She said CPS did not tell her everything. Baby, she be putting up posters about this child of things the child do in the house, how she manipulate the system. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my God, the girl is so bad. You know, took the girl out of school. The girl's in school at home. She said she been going through a lot. She's back in court now because
Mm-hmm.
she's trying to put the girl in a group home
Mm-hmm.
because she said the system did not tell her how bad this girl was.
Mm-hmm. Miss D, I have a friend, a very good friend. She took in three children. Well, first she had took in uh one, her and her husband. Then they got another little boy. And then she got these three children. They were sisters and brothers. And one of the little boys she had, he had been AS pretty much all
Um,
his life. He AS one of the little kids. She soon adopted the three. They was white kids. She adopted them. And the little boy that she had, the first one she got, he had been AS when he was young. He AS one of the little boys. Do you know that little uh alive himself? Hmm.
really?
And she was so distraught. But the thing is, she was being in denial. She sent the little boy to, I want to say, DC with this guy that was gay. The little boy come back, and you could tell, you know, but she's in denial about it. And now she's so distraught that the one that unalive himself, she's trying to wonder why. And our other friend was telling her that the little boy was doing that to him, but she's like in denial. She's in denial. Hmm.
Really?
And then the one that was doing that to him, he the one cut him down. Took him down when he unalived himself. Hmm.
Mm,
Hmm.
mm, mm,
Yeah.
mm.
And she has soon adopted the three, the siblings. She adopted them. The one that unalived himself, she adopted all three of them, and they grown now. Like the oldest, the baby was like months old. I think he was like 10 months old when she got him. And he's now like 16, 17-year-old now. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sometimes you got to listen to these kids now. You just can't throw them away to the garbage.
And I mean, she's going through but the thing is, she's in denial. She got her eyes closed because there's no way. For one thing, I wouldn't have sent my child or that little boy to this man, knowing that he's like that. I'm not saying that they can't raise him. I'm not saying that, but he's like that, and you're sending that baby to him. Then he come back and he's full like this, and then you wondering why. Come on. Mm-hmm.
Mm, 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 mm.
Mm-hmm.
That's sad.
It really is.
That is so sad. Wow. You really got to be,
Mm-hmm.
you got to be mindful out here. You
Mm-hmm.
know where you send these children at and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and who you have around these kids. You just
I mean, especially when you meet somebody on a social media page, you don't know nothing about them, and you're gonna send this baby because he just no, because the little boy was I don't know how he got in contact with this man, but they was going back and forth on Facebook or social media or whatever. That's how he met him, and so I guess he told my friend about him, and so he want me to come visit him, and she let him go. I don't understand that.
all
He
right,
don't.
y'all. I'm gonna share this video with y'all
Okay.
about this morning with a
All
mama.
right.
All right. So let's. It's not long, but let me just share it here.
Okay.
They really, it's a sad situation because they've been squatting. 30 with kids, it's resources out here. You need to just shit. Get your shit together.
Mm-hmm.
This is a nice little decent little area. They said it used to be good, but these been the same little kids terrorizing the whole community. And they had a peaceful summer until they came back. They said as soon as they came back, people came over here and started shooting. And they said the lady kids that jumped on the lady said that her kids was telling them like pull up, pull up, pull up, telling the officer shit to pull up. Yeah, these neighbors over here been talking. They sick of it. Baby, they got the school over there sold up, police everywhere, news people everywhere. When y'all see me on the news, don't say nothing because I had to borrow somebody's head. The lady wanted an interview. Yes, send they ass to jail. Send they ass to boarding school. Pick up the belt. Bring back one of the neighbors. The neighbors could say something to your kids. I'm here being careful, baby. Big whammy parked around the corner, fully locked and loaded. It's sad to the fact that the mama, she lost her housing because her kids acting a fool. And they said she been lost her housing. They said the mama been squatting. No. And they said they burnt up the grandma house. The grandma was staying next door.
Told you.
They was in the grandma house smoking and burnt it. So the grandma lost her spot too. Yeah, this low income. That girl over there, she told it all. She live over here. They been squatting in the apartments. And if y'all was right there, y'all would have seen another lady and her son came. Yeah, said, yeah, 10 families is up at the school because this been going on. Yeah. They said she been squatting. Let me get my friend. She been giving me all the lowdown. Because she stay over here. She said they stay in the high rise. I just want the mama. Fuck the kid. Yeah.
Jesus.
Whoa. Miss D, them people ain't playing.
Hell no, I'm scared of them motherfuckers. I'm going under my bed.
Babe, when I tell y'all probably already seen it's been people
Shit.
everywhere, and I'm telling you, kids and mothers is steady coming up to the school with police reports saying that they been saying something. What I don't like is the assistant principal or whoever his Kurt Franklin looking ass, whoever his Kurt Franklin looking ass
Kurt
is talking
Franklin.
about. I run the show. You run the show. Where the fuck the safe passage people at? Oh, we gotta get some over here. You just trying to hold that little money to your little motherfucking budget.
Mm.
His Kurt Franklin looking ass. Who the fuck? They said she been squatting. Yeah. They brought the kids. The other kids was coming in through the side door. Of course, they didn't bring them through the front door. They came in through the side door. That's when everybody ran to the side door. Wait, what this lady saying? They be messing with everybody. Huh? What? And their mamas just don't care. Mama 30 years old with 5 kids, and they said the mama be outside drunk, high, popping pills. They even said that the mama, one of the little boys robbed the library lady.
What?
So how the video originally got out is because
Yeah, I
the
heard
girl
that.
that I was just walking with, she live over here and her kids go to this school. She said the little kids came to her house and told her husband, like, look at this video. And they had the lady phone and they was trying to do something with, try to sell the lady phone, talking about something. I need me a car. He was like, I'm gonna post a video and make y'all dumb ass go viral. So that's how the video got viral, because they thought they was being funny, but they went viral. They say the mamas be out here robbing, gang banging, and stealing with them too.
Oh my God.
This is sad.
It is, D. Mm.
Damn, I ain't never seen no shit like that. God damn.
My Lord.
That's crazy.
That's
Hold on,
why.
let me.
It's the final game, folks. This one wins the series.
Struck out with the cheap seats. Important things aren't worth compromising. At Farmers, we offer both quality insurance.
Trying to take this shit off. Hold on. All right. Come on, don't give me no hard time.
Don't have. Don't have pressure.
Mm, mm, mm. All right, I think I put it on mute, y'all. Yeah, because it was over. Oh my God, that is crazy.
Rob the library lady.
That's what they saying. And I did hear that. I did hear that one of her children did rob the library. I did hear that before. Yeah, I heard that before.
She don't need those kids.
It sounds like her kids been out of control for quite some time. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like she just really never had control over them.
Mm-hmm. And if she's 30, the grandmother probably, what, in her 50s or so? No.
Yeah. Yeah, she probably in her 50s, maybe 55, 56, something like that. I told you they said the grandmother lost her house because of because of them children. Brittany said, "Oh my God, I'm scared myself, D. Hell yeah, I'm scared of them damn kids. I ain't fucking with them kids. Shit. I ain't even gonna say bye. I ain't gonna say boo to them. I walk past them motherfuckers like I don't even know them. Them kind of kids that had you in prison. I wouldn't say a damn thing to them kids. Do you understand me?
No,
Shit. Baby, only thing I do is cut my motherfucking eye to make sure they ain't coming near me. But I'm gonna walk so goddamn fast away from them little bastards.
baby.
Them some bad little motherfucking kids.
Dang. That's sad. And we talking about some middle school, elementary kids. That's sad.
Yeah.
Man,
I'm going to
I think
motherfucking bed. I
these
ain't
kids
playing
gonna
with
be
them
in
kids. I'm
society
telling you.
today. Woo.
Yes. I ain't messing with them kids. I'm not messing with none of them kids. I don't give a fuck what they do. And again, it is girl. Girl.
Oh my God.
But you know what? It is sad for us as an adults to say that about children, that we are scared of children. Those that we don't we want to like, God damn.
Yeah,
I never thought we'd see a day like, yeah, I never thought we'd see a day like this.
Exactly. I know in my time, baby, no adult scared of no kids, baby. I don't care who you were, baby. You'll whoop a kid wherever you see them doing something bad.
Yeah.
But not no more, baby. Not no more.
Cause this is a serious situation here. This shit is serious.
In the early 20s, I was with my goddaughter. We was gonna order a burger. And this little girl, she looked to be probably about 15, 16, maybe a little younger. And she was just cursing. And so all I said, baby, why are you cursing like that? You shouldn't, you too young. Bitch, fuck you.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because I had a friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when we go somewhere, she had a bad habit of doing this, and I used to always tell her, stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Every time she see kids and they would say something wrong or do something wrong, she would say something. I said, girl, you better stop. Leave them kids alone. I'm telling you. And one day, baby, she said something to a little girl. That little girl cursed her out like a dog. I said, I told you. I said, I told you. And the little girl even went and got her mama, right?
What?
And one day, me and my friend was out, and the girl mama approached my friend and wanted to fight my friend.
Oh my.
She said, Mama, that's her. That's the lady jumped in my face and blah, 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 which my friend never jumped in her face. She only told her, don't curse like that. You're a little girl. And, I did de-escalate the situation, and I did, I calmed the mama down, because the mama was on some rah-rah shit, for real. She really was. She was like, bitch, I'll fuck you up. And girl, because matter of fact, we was in the park. That's what happened at. We was in the park, and a little girl pointed my friend out to her mom. And I don't know if my friend seen it, but I seen the lady coming our way. I seen it. So she was on some rah-rah shit. She just went crazy. But I diffused the situation, and I did tell the mother that day that I was there. I had to get her to calm down first.
Right.
And I talked with her, and I told her, I said, that's not what was said. My friend didn't say that to your daughter. She didn't curse at your daughter, anything. She didn't get nasty with your daughter or anything. And then ever since after that situation, the lady always spoke to me with respectfully. She always, she seen me. She spoke to me respectfully. Her daughters got to know me, and they speaks to me when they see me now. And the girl and the lady had like 10 goddamn 12 motherfucking kids. I wasn't fighting all them bitches.
You silly.
Baby, let me tell you something. Her daughters always had their mama back. Okay. And when you fight one, you got to fight the whole motherfucking family. Them bitches was crazy. They was gangsters. And you know what? Ever since then, she never did it no more. I always told her, I said, girl, you better be cool. I used to always tell her she never wanted to believe me. I said, girl, leave them kids the fuck alone. Let them kids say what the fuck they want to say. Them kids don't give a fuck. And bitch, I ain't let no little goddamn kid beat me the fuck up. Okay.
I mean, every time I see a kid, I don't care who they were, I would say something. But honey, after that, and my daughter was talking about, can't be doing it. I said, this is a kid. I'm steady going back with
My sons always tell me, Mama, leave them kids the fuck alone. I don't play that shit. I leave them kids the fuck alone. I don't give a fuck what they do, what they say, honey. Long they don't bother me. I'm not approaching these kids. These kids out here is crazy.
They crazy. They are.
Yes. And
They don't
ever
have
since
no
that day,
for
now she
nobody.
still don't she still don't like my friend, but she did, like me. She
Right.
always respected me. Every
Mhm.
time she seen me, she would speak to me. One time she seen me during the Christmas holiday and she stopped and, she was telling me how big her grandkids got and, and
Mhm.
stuff like that. She always respected me. She never disrespected me, but I don't know for what reason, and I think she really didn't like my friend too, because I didn't know a few months before that happened. The lady's son and my friend's son got into it too. So that could have been
Oh,
yeah, that could have been the part of the situation. But
right.
like I said, every time she see me, she respects me. Her
Mhm.
kids remember who I am. They always speak to me and everything. So I just leave it as that.
Yeah.
But you can't
Mm-mm.
be, you can't do that. Let these kids curse. Let them say what the fuck they want to say. I don't give a
Now,
fuck if I don't give a fuck if I'm on a train and they smoking. I ain't saying nothing to them. Fuck them
nothing.
smoking. Let's get me at my destination. Let me get the fuck off. I don't give a damn.
Mm-hmm. Just don't
Yeah.
start no firecrackers while I'm here. Let me go
Yeah,
first.
exactly. Like I'm just not, and it's sad as an adult at our age that we have to feel the way we feel because this is
Mm-hmm.
the way these kids is coming.
That's right. And not only that, not only them cursing you out, they carry weapons now.
Yeah.
The kids
Yeah.
carry.
Yes, they do.
I was
I
watching a
mean, it
video last
breaks my
night.
heart.
Where this little girl, the mama and another lady got into it, and the mama
Yeah.
shot that woman and killed her. And killed her. It was on video,
Mm,
but they
mm,
took
mm.
the little girl to jail. She was crying, and the mama, she was cussing everybody out. Oh, F you, bitch, F you, bitch. But shot that woman. Her
Yeah.
name was Bones, and killed that guy. I don't know where it was,
Yeah, I ain't
but
messing with these kids. I'm not messing with them. Long as
mm-hmm,
they're not messing with me, I'm not gonna mess with them. I'm just
mm-hmm,
not.
that's right.
I ain't
Yeah.
messing with them. And ever since then, she don't say shit no more. she, don't
Mm-hmm.
say, she don't say nothing, y'all. I
I don't blame her.
kept telling her. I used to
I don't
always
either.
tell her, stop messing with people, kids, girl. Leave these kids alone.
Yep. And she probably came up in the era where anybody could say anything to her when she was young. So that's what
Yeah,
that's why I did it, because we
yeah,
can be at school and some adults see us acting up, they can whoop our butt and we get home and we get a whooping too. So, but
yeah.
nowadays that ain't no more of that. Ain't no more of that.
Ain't no more of that, baby. That shit is over. It is over
Over.
with.
Done. These millennium kids came out and that's it.
The Lord, my daughter, my oldest daughter always tell me all the time. She said, I stay to myself a lot, mommy, because I know my temper and I know how I am. But she said
Mm-hmm.
the fastest way you can fuck with me if you fuck with my kids. But she
Mm.
said other than that, yeah, my daughters, all three of my daughters, they do things together as sisters. They don't really
Mm-hmm.
like have friends like that. They go to each other's
Right.
houses and like Thanksgiving, they're gonna do their cooking together and their little,
Yeah.
boyfriends and all of that and shit like that. Let them have their own goddamn fun. Um, they're not with women sitting all in their house and stuff like that. They
Right.
stay there stuff for the most.
That's good.
They stay there stuff for the most. Yeah.
That's good.
But baby, I ain't messing with nobody kids. Nope. I don't care what they do. I don't care if I pass, and I don't pass by many kids smoking weed. You think I say something to them
Uh,
kids? No.
no, I just wave my hand, walk on through.
No.
Mm-mm.
One day I was coming in the house and I know the kids was playing hooky. I know they was.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, it was like 10 o'clock in the morning, child. And I was coming from somewhere, and child, the kids was sitting in the cut in the middle of somebody's house. There were like 5 boys. They were sitting back there smoking weed on the side. You think I said something to them?
Mm-mm.
Shit.
No,
I
no,
said
man.
good morning, and they said good morning to me, and I kept walking.
Come on. Went on by my merry way,
Yeah.
huh? Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. I'm not saying nothing to nobody kids. I'm just not. And like again, I said it's sad for us to be like that at our age that we have to
That's
feel afraid of these children.
especially when
We don't know if they'll stab us,
it,
shoot us. We don't know.
yeah, and then you always hear it takes a village to raise a kid. Not these days, it don't. Mm-mm.
And one day in the summertime, this was in the summer that just passed, I was at an event and I started getting nervous.
Uh-huh.
And I called one of my supporters and I said, I feel nervous. She said, what's going on? And I said, I'm trying to walk to where I gotta go. And I said, cause this boy keeps staring at me. And he was about 14 years old. He was with it was him and another boy. The boy would not take his eyes off of me. And I think what it was, my jewelry caught his attention.
Oh my.
And he would not take his eyes off me, y'all. This was in August. No, this was in July. And one of me and my supporters, she built me for like 3 years. And I
Right.
called her and she asked me where was I, and I told her, and she said, go to another direction. So I did. And she said, just stay where you at and look at them and see where they're going. Right.
Uh-huh.
And I just sat there. I sat there and I kept watching, and they still was watching me.
Oh my God.
Still was watching me. Right. So she said, D, take your jewelry off. Take your jewelry off. So I started taking off all my rings and everything. I started taking off my rings. I didn't put them in my bag. I put them in my pocket and I zipped it up because I had on some shorts. So I put it in my pocket. So I took my chains and I tucked them in my shirt. So they finally left. But I'm telling you, I know my jewelry drew the attention to the boys. And I'm telling you, I believe they were trying to rob me.
Yeah.
Yep. They would not take their eyes off of me, y'all. They would not take their eyes off of me.
That
Yeah,
had to be a scary feeling.
it was. And I called one of my supporters and she stayed on the phone with me until I got all the way to my house. She stayed on the phone with me.
Oh my.
Yep. And that was in July of this summer. I was at an event. And I was by myself. And she said, D, try not to wear so much jewelry the next time you go out. Don't, just wear like one ring or something like that. Don't wear that jewelry like that no more. And I didn't do it no more. Yeah. I just thank God that I got home safe.
Right.
Yep.
They don't care. They
don't. They don't. These kids is ruthless. Like, they ruthless. Because, when he started staring at me, I didn't like
think none of
it. Yeah, I didn't think none of it at that time. And then I just started feeling uncomfortable. I'm like, why is these boys keep staring at me, right? So I took my phone out my bag and I called my supporter. And she said, D, it's your jewelry. You attracted them by your jewelry. And I don't wear no fake jewelry. All my jewelry is real jewelry.
Right. But how many boys was it?
It was 2.
Oh God.
And girl, one of them had a mask, had one of them mask skull, you know what I'm talking about? In the fucking heat. And it was that girl, it was 90-something degrees that day.
Oh yeah, they was gonna rob baby.
Yes. Yep. So I was grateful, that nothing happened to me. I thank my supporter for being there for me, on the phone, telling me what to do and stuff like that. Because I did feel afraid. I did. Yeah. And I was like, Lord, I didn't want him to snatch him out. Because I had my bag, like around over me. I had a Michael Kors bag too, and I was like, oh Lord Jesus, like yes, like I was just thinking in my head like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So you really got to be careful out here. You really
yeah.
do. She said,
Sad.
Roy D. and family, you all is funny talking about those kids. I'm in the bushes listening. It's stand up comedy. Yeah, girl. I ain't fucking with them goddamn kids. I'm not messing with them, girl. I ain't messing with none of them. I don't give a damn what they do. If I see them steal a car, I wouldn't say shit to them.
They're not
I'm
too
not
late.
saying nothing.
Hmm.
Mm. And,
Yep.
and it's
Mm,
hurtful to even think like that.
it really is. And for them to be so young, I don't care. I don't care if it's
Yes.
5 years old, baby. I'm going on by my way. Because that little girl cussed the hell out of me. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yeah. And you know,
Shit.
it'll hurt my heart for a little boy to call me a bitch. Girl, bitch, mind your business before I fuck you up. What?
My mom was a
Ain't no
teacher.
way. Girl, listen, Linda.
Mm-mm.
Nah,
No, baby. My mother was a teacher
I ain't
in
doing it.
home and told us some little 13-year-old girl called her bitch. I'm ready to go up there and fight. Mama, you don't want to mess with that girl. Because her mama came up there and was talking just as worse. So no, no ma'am. No ma'am. Because that when we was young, you respect your parents, their friends, the teacher, and the preacher. These kids these days, none of that.
Yeah, they ain't. Shit, I mean, if you think you looking for some respect from these kids, shit, you
Be
got the
waiting.
game twisted, baby.
Mm-hmm.
These kids ain't giving out no respect, no loyalty, no love. Listen, if they curse us out like that, you think they don't curse that goddamn mama out like that?
And that's the problem. We got too many kids having kids, babies having babies, and they ain't raising them because they too
Mm-hmm.
busy going to the hair shop in the hair shop.
Yeah.
And then the dad is sitting there playing PlayStation. So
You see the dad playing PlayStation?
yeah,
Shit, some of the dad is not even in their life. So, you
that's
know,
mm-hmm.
that's the sad part about that situation too.
Mm.
You know? Whew.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah.
It's sad.
I ain't saying nothing. I don't care what they do.
Mm-hmm.
They can do whatever they want and whenever they want to do it. My mouth is shut,
Mm-hmm.
closed tight. And
Mm-hmm.
I have walked across many of kids, you know,
Yep.
recently that, be out smoking weed and in the stores. I I had teenagers before ask me to buy them stuff for weed, and I said, I can't. And I
Mm-hmm.
walked out. I didn't want to argue with them. I didn't say nothing. I walked out. I said,
Mm-hmm.
no, I can't do that.
Right.
And then what I do, I look at the store owner so he can speak for me. So I ain't even got to say shit because that's how scared I am of him. The owner be like, no, no, she's not buying that for you. She's not.
Right.
I look at the store owner so the store owner can speak on my behalf, like the judge. Yeah. It's sad that you gotta feel like that, but goddamn, these kids bad as hell.
Mm-hmm.
These are
Mm-mm-mm.
badass goddamn kids. I'm not buying y'all no tobacco and all that stuff. No, I'm not because I won't want nobody to do that to my grandkids. Don't buy my
Right.
grandkids no goddamn tobacco and stuff. No. So
Mm-hmm.
no, I'm not doing that.
Mm.
She said, I'm
So
glad that my baby's respectful.
you was
Good. I'm so glad too, sis.
okay. You
What
were
would you
saying
say, Auntie?
you were saying earlier that one of the parents' son that was in with those kids, she was on a post, right? The one that the guy was saying you need to be whooping him while on the post.
Yes.
Okay.
Now that mama
Mm-hmm.
was saying to her son, everybody after you, right, for what you did. And she said, I'm not going to be on your side. That's what she was saying to her son. So
Uh-huh.
the guy said, you should have been whipping his ass online.
Uh,
Now, I declined that
I do
because
too.
why would you want her to whoop her son ass to make the internet happy. And she can get her child taken away from her because that is neglect.
That's right.
Now, would I say she should have sit down and had a talk with him online? Yes, but not whip his ass. I think the talk could have been more tougher than what she was saying to him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But not beat his ass online. No, I didn't agree with that at all because that's abuse.
Right.
You got your live going while you whipping your son ass. That's definitely abuse, and that's not the way to handle a situation.
Right. Not to just make somebody else happy. You
right.
want to just make somebody else happy.
Right. Yeah, so I didn't like that one.
Yeah.
There could have been more things that she asked him, you know, how long this been going on? How did you get involved in this? Why was you doing this? You know this was wrong. You don't ask, do you know this was wrong, son? Do you know this was wrong? Do you know that you're putting your family in danger, which is me, because we live here? Or your other siblings, if you have other siblings. You can be out with your grandmother. You putting your grandmother in danger. I think she could have had conversations with him like that. You know, but no, not beating her son alive.
Yeah.
And yeah, maybe she did because she didn't want him to come for her. So she probably I mean, she looked like she's an upstanding mother. She looks like she works. And stuff, you know, she did look like that, you know, and she's a well-kept mom. She keep her stuff together, like she keep her son together. I didn't see nothing like, you know, she's an unfit mom. I didn't see that in her.
Yeah, and can you imagine the parents that's not on board with like the mother with 5 kids? Can you imagine how they feeling that the whole community is after them, you know, and the kids, you know, like that mother?
Yeah, you're right, Auntie. Like, how, like, that's a good question, too. I would have asked my child, how did you feel the whole community is out to harm you? That's what they want to do, basically.
Yeah. And
how does this make you feel? You're a child. You're a child. You're not even 13, 14, and you got the whole community after you.
And now the whole nation, pretty much. So, and then you don't put me in jeopardy. Do you realize what you don't did to me and your other siblings, if you have any? That's
yeah.
Honestly, don't know what I would do if I was in that situation, but I know I would be standing with him, say, "Hey, this is my child, and I don't approve this, you know. But I don't want y'all to do no harm to me or my child. Yeah, he was wrong, and believe me, I got his ass.
Right.
You know, I'll be taking that boy right on down there, and hey, he was one of the part. She was one of the parts. So where we go from here? You
right.
Know, I sure wouldn't be hiding them. That's the worst thing you can do.
Because, like I said, people can see these parents on the street and fight them. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody know how these parents look now.
Exactly.
Well, one of the things too is that they already had an ongoing debate prior to all of this is on how people parent on the internet and embarrassing kids on the internet, right? So she may have already seen those things and may not have known which way to go. You know what I'm saying? Because some people on the internet having their kids with like signs up, and some people are chastising their kids on the internet. So some people are like, that's too far, or you know. So it's really a debate of how far is too far when disciplining your kid on the internet.
Right.
But for this one in Chicago and the way everything is going, I don't know if it's a too far, because they want to beat you up, boo, for what your kid did. So it's hard to say.
Yeah, Chicago don't play. They is reckless and ruthless. Okay, and I'm scared of everything they did.
For real.
I'm even scared of the goddamn police because they don't do nothing. They might as well don't even have no goddamn police departments in Chicago. They might as well let everybody go for self.
Yep.
And they damn sure need to be on that school system. That's one thing they need to be on that school system.
And them schools like that, the ones that's out of control in Chicago, maybe they need to have a police officer in there and get
Exactly.
more security guards in there.
And more than one.
Yes.
They need to have all them kids in the auditorium.
And I know here, like before they suspend you here, all depending on what the situation is, you get in school suspension here. Yeah. Yeah, they start off with in school suspension.
Do they still have those alternative schools?
Yeah, they got them.
They still got them.
Yeah.
But that depends, because if you got that zero tolerance policy, they're gonna immediately bounce you from that school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Chicago got zero tolerance there, because it seemed like those kids was getting away with this for so long.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because that mother said she had been complaining for 2 years.
And that's why I say she will win a good lawsuit against that school. 2 years?
2 years.
She don't need no money for no lawyer, baby. You go find you a lawyer, baby. The lawyer get paid when you get paid, okay? You don't need no money for no attorney. Go out here and look up you a good attorney and sue that school. You need to be the first one that make an example out of Chicago school.
Yep, she sure said it for years, and then she said she transferred him out. And she said she don't know why she brought him back, but she brought him back. And it started all over again.
That's sad. And she probably did that because she knew if she keep him out too long, CPS would be on her if she kept him out too long.
Right. And then dealing with her sickness too and had to go through this.
Man, I'm telling you, man, a lawyer would eat this shit up. Do you hear me? Lawyer would, baby, they would have a party with that goddamn school. I'm telling you, they will have a party with that school. Them principals, the vice principal, everybody in there they can hold accountable for this woman. That lawyer will have a party with them.
Especially knowing she had to go to the hospital after that.
And then knowing that she's been complaining for 2 years, and then knowing that she transferred her son out and bring it back, that lawyer will eat this up. I'm telling you. You got a good lawsuit against that school. I'm telling you. Now, is she going to sue them? I don't know. But it wouldn't be my daughters, because I will make sure my daughters would have got them an attorney.
Baby, honey,
For real.
It will be gobble, gobble. Eat them up.
You goddamn right. Shit, honey, when my goddamn kids got that money back, they would have had a party. Shit. Girl, please. A lawyer would have been loving to take that case. What? They would have heard this? What? Baby, they don't watch them videos. They don't watch them videos. Baby. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Lady, I don't know you, baby, but baby, I don't think I can tell you though, baby. Please, I know everybody out here is helping you and helping your children and stuff. Get you an attorney. Get all the money you can get. Dig in that school ass. Make them pay for your pain and suffering for 2 years with your children.
Yeah, baby. She don't even need to play the lottery no more.
That was pain and suffering she went through for 2 years.
2 years.
That's how they would look at that. Yes, a lawsuit would be good for her.
Yeah, pain and suffering, emotional damage. I mean, like you said, they'll clean house.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will.
And I wouldn't be surprised if
they'll
someone
clean house.
trying to contact her.
She's not gonna get it that good now. They'll settle with her out of court before they do that. They gonna see the writing on the wall. They gonna give her the money.
Well, if the settlement is good, if the settlement is good, I'll take it. If it ain't,
yeah, but she got to agree to the settlement.
Yeah, she got to agree to it. Yeah, she got to agree to it.
Take it.
Not all the time. A lot of times,
and trust me, the lawyer gonna let her know. The lawyer gonna let her know what's good and what's not good. Trust me.
Right.
Yeah, but a lot of times the judges in those Yeah, but a lot of times judges in those cases will force you to settle. So sometimes you don't even get a choice.
Mm.
It's not always just that black and white. Sometimes they'll
Okay.
force you to settle
Mm-hmm.
and take, especially when that side is already coming to the table, they'll force you to negotiate the settlement out, even though you want to go to court to get
Mm.
a higher settlement.
Right. Mm.
Well,
I
that's
didn't know.
why she would have a lawyer to guide her and let her
Mm.
know what he feel is right for the settlement and what's not right for the settlement. And if we got to see a judge, this is what's going to happen. Her judge will walk her through it. She get the right and the right attorney, they'll walk her through it. Trust me, they will walk her through everything because, like
Mm-hmm.
again,
Now,
they got to get paid for that.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's the tricky part. Get you the right attorney, because some attorneys are just after the bag.
That's it.
You
You right.
so that's the part.
Right. And I'm not surprised if a lot of lawyers not knocking on her door anyway.
Yeah, they probably are
Mm-hmm.
running her down. I'm telling
Mm-hmm.
you, her phone probably ringing nonstop.
I can get this best for you, and I can do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cause she definitely got a
Mm.
case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So any update on Romika? Did Carlos supposed to go to court trying to get that baby, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about his ass tomorrow because I'm
Oh,
getting
I
off
got.
here. I ain't talking about that little fucking ridiculous stupid boy. But I don't know when the court date now. I don't know when the court date, but the cousin did say it is a court date coming up.
Okay.
I don't know why everybody, why he keeps saying the case is closed, but the case is not closed.
Oh
The case
yeah.
is that little narcissist Carlos, and he need to go sit down somewhere because he ain't nothing but a little straight up narcissist
Yeah.
trying to child please.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. Boy, go sit down somewhere.
That's right. Health
He know.
service.
See, you know what it is. He want that case to be over so bad.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he wanted to
Yeah.
be over.
Mm-hmm.
AB says Chicago pay out all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, they'll settle.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
Oh,
those schools do. They do not want to go to court. A lot of the
mm-hmm.
state held cases, they'll settle out quick because they just don't want to be in the news like that. They'll pay you fast.
Yeah, that's what she said. She said they don't want the backlash.
Hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She said they don't want the backlash. I can believe that.
I can too.
Oh yeah, now I did hear that too. Holly got a court date. She's suing somebody, but I don't know who it is.
Yeah, for $7,000, I think it was for fraud.
Well, who is it?
I
Oh
didn't
Lord.
the I think the name began with Raphael. That's what it was. Or somebody named Raphael.
Mm.
Now I know
Wait,
the
a
chatter
businessman
correct
or
me if I was wrong. It didn't really say. She just put in there Raphael for fraud and misrepresentation, I think.
Mm.
something? Oh wow. Wow. Wonder what that's about.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Well, I guess wait. Well, when she go to court?
January 2026.
Oh. Mm. Wonder what happened with that. Well, she's suing him.
Yeah,
Well, he's a wait.
I think the chat is
He's a
agreeing. The
lawyer?
name on no, he's not the lawyer. That's the person she's suing.
Oh. Oh wow. Mm-mm. Well, I guess we will find out who that may be because we won't know right now.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that'll be. I guess you know. Well, I guess you can
Everybody
see
gonna
what
keep
it
their
what.
foot on that one. You can go in there into the case record to see it, but I didn't go look it up. I really don't care. I don't think she should win any kind of money for anything.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yes, it was for 7,000 original Bay.
Not a penny.
Oh damn. Well, I would love to know why she's suing that man. Well, what the hell took place?
Hmm.
Damn, I
She
didn't
don't need.
know that.
I'm with T. She don't need to get a penny. You don't unalive somebody. Thank you. Mm-mm.
Well, I hope whoever this person is got money, cause Lord Jesus.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Probably a business person. Maybe she did business with you. Think so?
Well, when they discussing it in the chat, Miss D, I didn't want to bring up what all they discussing, but when it was brought up, one of the names popped to an attorney, which it did, and so they saying maybe he gave her bad information. She feels like, but I don't know because it's nothing verified to me, so I didn't bring up anything, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't look into the case. So all I know is the guy's name is Raphael.
Mm.
What
It
you
could be
mean? He gave
anything
her
with her.
bad?
That
Oh,
if
okay.
it's a lawyer, she could be saying he gave her bad information, which she wouldn't win that. That
Oh,
you
she
can't
said the
win.
lawyer handled. She said the lawyer handled restraining orders.
He would have only
So
given
he
her
is a lawyer. Is that what you're
information.
saying?
That
So
was a
you saying
possible
he is a
name.
lawyer?
No, that was a possible name match. The content creator matched it to possible names. One name was a lawyer. One name was with a T-Mobile guy, and I forget what the other guy was. But the one that was a lawyer, the only thing he could have given her because she represented herself, the attorney could have only given her advice.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that you go and follow that advice. You didn't even use him as an attorney. So you can't then go and sue an attorney you didn't use. You know what I'm saying?
That's so true. That's true. I
So
agree.
yeah, I mean, if you suing the attorney, you gonna
I mean, because you
definitely
can go
lose
to
that one.
you can go to three attorneys, and if they give you advice, you just choose which one you want to choose. But did she have to
Mm-hmm.
Right.
pay for
But
the? Did she have to pay for the advice?
even if you pay for an attorney's advice, you can't then turn around and sue him
Because
because you still
sometimes you do have
didn't
to pay for an
use.
attorney.
Yeah, because of
Yeah,
the consolation at first, and it, you just getting.
yeah, yeah. Even if you get a consult from an attorney, but you still don't utilize his services, he's not on the hook because he's not the one telling you go and make up all of this stuff. No attorney's going to tell you that. So
Right.
she's crazy for whatever
That's
she
true.
about to do if it's an attorney. No attorney told her,
Okay,
well,
she
you
said
could
yes.
go and
He's
make up
a
all of this
lawyer
stuff.
that handles restraining orders. So you think that he gave her some bad advice on a restraining order?
No, I think she's just
But
making it up.
allegedly, because that's what she said.
I think that I think she misunderstood the advice. That's what I'm gonna say.
Mhm. She really just
So
trying to
we're
catch.
okay. I get it. Okay, I ain't even gonna say what I
Yeah,
want to say, but okay, I get it. I get it.
but
I
go look
get
it
that
up,
she
Miss
went to
D.
him.
Yeah,
Oh no,
yeah, go
I'm not
look it
gonna
up
look it up.
because
I ain't even that invested.
yeah, I think she misunderstood the advice, and that's possible for anybody. If you go to somebody, you gonna hear what you want to hear when you sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because from what I'm getting, maybe she probably went to him for advice on a restraining order and pay him, and maybe it didn't turn out the way she wanted to turn out. And it sounds like she want to sue him for bad advice.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So she can say she getting out of trouble. That's if this is the character that she's suing. That was just presented as a possible guy. We
A
still
Mm-hmm.
don't know if
possibility,
that's
yeah.
the guy. Right.
Right, got you.
Oh, look,
Mm.
Tanya Lewis says the court papers say consumer fraud.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is that?
It still could be a lot of things. Like
Yeah.
she bought something that was misrepresented. It could be the lawyer still. It could be a lot of different things. It could be the T-Mobile guy that
Yeah,
was presented up there.
yeah, that's true. It could be a lot of things. You're right.
You sure right dealing with the Green Goblin. I would be afraid for my life.
Yeah, you're right, Miss Smith. It could be a lot of things. We just don't know who it could be.
Mhm.
Damn. Well, whatever it was, it didn't turn out nice for her. That's why she's suing him.
Yep. And it's probably more likely T-Mobile. She might have ran a bill up or they gave her more devices than she want. Because with T-Mobile, they'll run you down on a game and a deal, and then a deal is not a deal when you get the bill.
Mhm. Mhm.
So you never know.
But who the fuck sues? But who the fuck sues Team Mobile? Like, what the fuck? They would just turn the
I don't
phones
know.
off and say fuck it and go to another telephone company.
Normally, and plus you can I've had an issue with them before, and you can usually call them and then they'll reverse all of the charges and you just return the phones. They're a pretty good company to work with, actually.
Like me, I just turned my whole fucking phone off and never fucked with them no more. That was only 20 years ago. Like, who the fuck gonna see sue Team Mobile? So I
I
don't
have
really
no
think it's
clue.
them. I think it's somebody else. Like, who the fuck wanna like Team Mobile? Like us, no, us. I mean, I just think some people say fuck Team Mobile and turn the whole goddamn phone off. I don't know. I'm just saying,
That's
y'all.
right. I agree. And I agree with Aisha Reddick. Whatever advice was given, he ain't tell her to do that. That's for sure. She heard what she wanted to hear.
Yeah. Hey, OG. Absolutely. I mean, you can't sue somebody if they didn't tell you that, oh, yeah, this gonna work. I promise you it's gonna work. This gonna do this, you do that, you do. If they didn't do all that, then how you gonna sue them?
Right.
Because I'm
You
not suing
can't.
nobody over no phone. I'm just not suing nobody on no phone.
Nope. Yeah. I
Hey,
thought it
you right,
was
Miss
weird.
Lewis. Yeah. Damn. Well, this is my first time hearing that one, and goddamn. God damn. Hmm. I guess people know in January. I guess when she go to court, we'll see if she win the case. Because I don't know what's going on with that. I ain't looking it up because I ain't that invested, and I don't like looking.
Yeah, I wasn't
Yep.
that invested either. I didn't really care. I was like, well,
Yeah.
whatever.
Mm-hmm. I ain't got the patience to be looking up shit. Yeah, it become too much sometimes, sis.
It
It
does,
do.
especially with those crazy fools.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Child.
Good afternoon, Latte.
Hey, Lante, you gotta watch the replay, girl, because I'm going to get up off of here. You gotta test that replay. Because I am done for this Thursday, baby.
All right, well,
Yeah.
I'll step down so you can do your closing, Miss D.
Thank you, baby, for coming up, sis, and you enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, and stay blessed.
And you too. Now, I want y'all to have a blessed day here.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got a phone call and I
Yep, y'all
dropped out.
have a blessed day, honey. To find out. I seen it yesterday. Yes, mama, I would guess I'm gonna watch it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll I guess everybody find out what's going on and shit. Cause there's too much going on. We got the
Yes, it is.
kids over here in Chicago fighting. We got Carlos lying and all this shit and talking about the kids' clothes and it's just a lot of shit.
Then we got Holly talking about suing.
Yeah, and then Holly wants $7,000, and Lord have mercy. What is next, honey? I don't know. Ooh, baby. I just sat back and watch it. Hmm. Yep, don't y'all
But
forget to hit the like button.
before, before I go, I want to uh, plead the blood of Jesus over you. You're doing a wonderful job in your endeavors. I love it. I really appreciate that you're talking about this case. And I know there's probably a lot of people uh, against you on the other side, but I just want to plead the blood of Jesus and cover you. I really do.
Thank you.
I think
Thank you
about you
so
all the time.
much.
I really appreciate you allowing me to come on and say my little piece or my little words, whatever. And I just admire you. I admire you highly and stuff. So,
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Auntie. That makes me feel good.
mm-hmm,
Thank you so much.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do the best I can, I do the best I can. I don't care if I got 10 people in my chat, it is what it is. It don't
And I
bother
appreciate
me.
you. You don't like no drama. That's one reason why I stick to you. You don't like drama. You ain't for that, and that is a really good thing. I just want you to know that.
Yeah, I don't like all that drama. Mm-mm. I'd rather just do my little commentary and keep on pushing.
Mhm.
And just be
Yeah,
happy and that's it. But
yeah,
all that other stuff, no, I'm not into that stuff.
yeah.
And I always appreciate you for coming up. Always.
Thank you.
Always appreciate you. I really do. So I'm
So,
going to get off here, y'all, and finish doing what I got to do for the day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.
all right. Be blessed,
And thanks
everyone.
for coming up, Auntie.
Are you welcome? Always. Take care. Love y'all,
You
guys.
too.
Bye bye.
Okay, guys. I love you guys. Let me see. Well done. Okay. Yeah. I love you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Y'all say blessed. Okay. Be safe out here. Always remember to keep God first. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay. And I enjoy you all today. I enjoy y'all every day, to be honest. I really do. Holly trying to make some real money. I told her now you doing your OnlyFans. You got a lawyer. My fees. Lord, was she still doing the OnlyFans over there? She probably, I don't know if she making money for y'all crazy. Oh my God. I love you too, Brittany. I love you too. I love y'all. I do be missing y'all. I really do. Tomorrow Friday. Oh, y'all. And I hope everybody's getting ready for Thanksgiving, getting their Thanksgiving dinner ready and see what they want to cook. Now, I will not be live on Thanksgiving because I don't do holidays, neither weekends and holidays. I don't do. So I'll do a live that Wednesday. Um, but that Thursday, I will not do a live. And before I come live Wednesday, I have to run to the supermarket to get a couple of things and stuff like that. And but I will not do a live Thursday, but I probably will come back that Friday. So I hope everybody's getting ready for their Thanksgiving. And I hope everyone enjoy. And a lot of people probably don't cook. They probably go out to people's house to eat. And that's cool too, honey. Mm-hmm. The thing didn't make her enough money. Oh shit. The original baby may be right, baby. You may be right. My birthday is on Thanksgiving Day. Okay. All right. Happy birthday, girl. Well, just come in the chat before that so everybody can say happy birthday to you. I'm going to be cooking Thanksgiving. Yeah, me too. Not lie. I know I'm doing my baked macaroni and cheese. I'm gonna do some ribs. a stuffed chicken, some turkey wings, cabbage, corn muffins, baked macaroni and cheese, macaroni salad, yams, and I think that's it, y'all. I think that's it. I don't like turkey, y'all. So no turkey. Same to you, Barbara. Yeah, I don't like turkey. So no, I don't never do turkey. I do some turkey wings. I don't like nobody turkey. It's too dry. But let me get up off of y'all. Y'all stay blessed. I love you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace and love.